Hampton League Live. Welcome to your live coverage of the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, right here on Streamer, Australia's premier community sports streaming platform. The best coverage of local footy and netball on the Great South Coast starts now. For Warrnambool Nissan, Baitness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool. This is the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, live and free on Streamer.
Conditions look pretty good. There is a little bit of breeze around though.
Yeah, ground's in super conditions, Chewy. Breeze down to the town end, probably 1 to 2 goals. I think the defensive side of the ground will be the old scoreboard side, and obviously be trying to look to get the footy out this side and attack out this side when you've got the breeze. But a couple of matchups I'm looking forward to. One is Warrnambool versus Hobbs, the old bull versus the young athletic ruckman. And the other one I'm looking forward to is probably not a matchup, but just to see what the Blues do with Louis Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you think might go to Louis Taylor? Tilt, Wigsy, Hilly? If someone does go to him.
Yeah, look, it might, but I don't know whether you try and shut him out of the game. I think he's too good to do that. So I think I wouldn't be surprised Jaden Wells goes to him. They just go head to head a little bit. Jaden Wells is he's right up there in terms of possessions for Warrnambool's midfield. So I don't know if it'll be hard tag. They might just go, okay, right, but you're playing on him, so make him also accountable. So, but yeah, should be some really good battles. Like and we haven't spoken a lot about Terang, Mortlake, but they are very, very young. But the two Vickers boys, Scotty Carlin back in. Harvey Roberts, who's playing at sort of centre half back, Joe Rundle, they've got a good back line too. So, and Joe Rundle's really key from Josh Slater and Max Heffernan across the middle. So, some real young players for the Bloods.
Who wins, Wiggs?
Look, I think I'm going to go Warrnambool. I think Warrnambool, again, in terms of they're obviously doing something different. Looking forward to seeing them, how they go about it. But I think they might just be a little bit too strong for the Bloods.
Hilly?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Blues. I like the way they're going about it. No nonsense footy. Looking forward to seeing how their game plan evolves, and looking forward to a couple of their youngsters. Sam Carter, looking at Hugh Morgan, Jaden Wells, who have played some great footy so far this year. So some excitement levels there.
Tildy, who are you with, buddy?
Blues to me, Stewie, by about 2 or 3. I think it'll be a pretty close game. There wasn't much between the sides last year. I think Terang Mortlake got him after virtually the last kick in the final, didn't they, out of Croydon that day? Did. But I do think Riley Hutchins is a massive out for Terang Mortlake.
Yeah, huge out. I'm sticking with the Blues too. Great to see Ben Cunnington. He's just walking off the ground now in front of you, Tildy. Try and catch him at some stage throughout the day. It's good to see him up here. He is a wonderful human, that is for sure, Benny Cunnington. So players just shaking hands in the middle of the contest. We're about to get things underway here. It's going to be Weymouth up against Hobbs. Good crowd in here too. Super Saturday football, live from the Reed Oval. Farmers round, green armbands. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Let's get her underway, big man.
Rightio, here we go. Weymouth up against Hobbs, and the ball's up nice and high, and Hobbs with a commanding tap down. Carlin, the handball out. Hobbs with the follow-up. Here's Louis Taylor's first touch of the football. Tackled. Roberts, he'll go inside forward 50. Wareham crashes a pack. Working back now is Austin Steer. Short kick on that outer side. And a nice one at Bidmate, who just spilt it on the last minute. Good enough to recover. Gets it around to Jai Turlin. Back to Sam Cowling. Hurried rush kick towards centre wing. Roberts setting himself. Running off there nicely as Liam Bidmate keeps it in. Does he keep it in? He does. No, he doesn't. The umpire says he stood over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
It's going to be a fast game of footy, I reckon, this one today.
Yeah, obviously win favouring the CN. I reckon Tyler Manane's gone to Louis Taylor too. So along Jai Turlin, Zach Dwyer starting on ball for him.
Just tell us a little bit about Tyler Manane, Wicks.
Don't know a lot about him, mate. I know he came across from Pamela. We're talking about him pre-game, but I think he's been playing a role for him. So I'm interested again to see how he goes on if he is on Louis Taylor.
Here you go, the Bloods into attack once again. Good strong tackle that time. Umpire says play on. Here's Reece Buck, swings onto the right boot, kick intercepted that time by Timms. Did it go the required distance? Yes, it did. So. I wouldn't have thought so either, but the umpire thought it did. So Timms left foot raking kick further afield. Weymouth's at target. Big fist over the back. There's Zachy Dwyer. He's had a fantastic fantastic start to this season. Handball comes out to Manane. He kicks further afield, so the Blues into attack for the first time. This is where Cody's dangerous. Bouncing football. Will it set up? No, it doesn't. Holding the man. What's happened? Free kick's going to go to the Blues. It's going to be Cody, I think. Might have been a hold off the ball. I think it might have gone against Crawley or possibly Will Tanner, but either way, Cody, who's been a goal-kicking sensation so far this year with some big bags, has got a chance to kick the first of the afternoon, the first for the Blues.
Just saw then Tim's long and then Manane long, so they don't muck around with it. Couple of quick handballs and then they just get it in there.
They play that Pagans paddock. We're going to call it Doc's paddock this afternoon. So in he comes Cody. He doesn't let us down. And Luke Cody, Lucas Brothers snag of the day. First goal of the day. And the Blues go to 1 straight 6. Terang Mortlake yet to score. And that is on the National Tile scoreboard. Tildy Carter, Luke Cody, one of your faves, slots the first for the Blues.
Tell you what, he's a dead-eye kick for goal, isn't he? Never looked like missing that. I'm not sure about the through kick, to be fair, boys, but he did outbody young Crawley. Just got him underneath the footy with the ball carried over the back to get him in that vulnerable position. So good start for Cody, and confidence, a wonderful thing in footy.
Yeah, a couple of entries then for Terang Mortlake. Just weren't able, but Warrnambool mopped it up really well. And then, they showed their intent with 2 long kicks.
So ball back in the centre. Hobbs, big jump at it. Got the tap down. Carlin at his feet and kicks it towards half forward. Tyler Vickers presents. Looks to tap it on. Not as far as Morgan. Oh, Tim's too high. He'll get the free kick. Tackle just a little bit reckless there by Vickers. Got him a little bit high. And Fletcher Timms, we know he's a long kick and he goes that way again. He'll go towards half forward. Through the hands. They've got numbers and lurking there is Cody once again. The little flick up. They're asking for the flick off the foot, but the boundary umpire said no. It's going to be a boundary throw and about 55 out from the goals of the Warrnambool Blues, who are kicking down the city end goals here this afternoon. So boundary throw in will occur. Radley will do the ruck work against Hobbs, and he gives it a good old thump too, but it's a push out against Radley on Hobbs, and Hobbs will get the free kick in defensive 50 weeks.
Yeah, look, they'll be Terang Mortlake again. If it's a scoring, which looks like it's going to be, they'll just be probably going short, trying to run it up, take some time off the clock.
Oh, that's a nice kick that time by Rundle. Just goes through the hands, bouncing football. Can he gather? He kind of does, but puts himself under pressure. That's Lockie McLeod, but the umpire says no. Good tackle, fair tackle from Zachy Dwyer, son of Smirky. And had a really cracking season in 2025. Talking to Doc the other day. Hobbs wins that one down. Straight down the throat of Manane. He's wrapped up and going absolutely nowhere. And the umpire says, let's have another ball up. This time, big Weymouth, good tap down. Reading it beautifully well there and getting the handball further afield there for the Blues with 2 Dwyer. And look at this, one-on-one contest. I reckon it's Lowe. And Angus Lowe, he's a very strong individual. He's a hard matchup, Angus Lowe, because he is so strong and he's good overhead.
Yeah, look, he is. He's just that sort of bit of a hybrid. He can play tall, can play small, but yeah, he's strong through the hips. And the Terang Mortlake player then just going aground and should be another goal.
So Angus Lowe, top of the 10-yard square. This is the kick to second for the Blues, and does. And the Blues go to 2 straight 6. Terang Mortlake yet to score. That's on the National Tile scoreboard. And a really good start here for the Warrnambool Football Club.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Again, Terang Mortlake probably, and they got some threats in there with, say, Carlin and Taylor. I reckon Taylor's they've got, Warrnambool got it was either Jai Turlin or Taylor Manane has started on him. But clearance-wise, Terang Mortlake have had they probably out of the centre have been good, but probably just stoppages around the ground has been a bit more Warrnambool. And again, get it, 1 or 2 handballs, they don't overpossess it, and they get it in there and then defend really well. Tildy, is that breeze, it looks strong up here. Is it a bit more than 1 or 2 goals?
Yeah, I think it's got up a little bit since I've been down here, Wicks. He might be nearly 3 to 4 goals. Yeah, it's a bit,
Here we go again. Hobbs down with another hit out, and he'll get the follow-up handball to Carl, and it's happened so many times before. Up the ground there is Joey Arundel. Looks to kick towards sort of wing and half forward. Morgan really at the clinches, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. Free kick's going to go to Slater. So Slater for the Bloods looks to go laterally inside the centre square. Losing his footing there was the youngster in O'Donoghue. Radley looks to go to centre half forward. Into the paddock there. Here's Cody. Will it bounce favourably? It does. And Cody will kick his second. And the Blues have started strongly here at the Reed Oval. And that long direct footed, bibbing up, I guess the Bloods, they were out there with O'Donoghue, but just had that slip in the middle. But they've kicked through and they lead by 18 points.
Yeah, probably young Slater for his time again. It probably was it on? Don't know. Execution obviously wasn't perfect, and then O'Donoghue lost his footing a couple of times in the middle, and then Warrnambool pounced. Cody, probably where you don't want it. Ball gets over the back. Good night. So
it's like playing on Cosy Pickett. Hey, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matco High. Port Fairy v South Warrnambool. Mick Finnegan, as we say, good afternoon for the very first time. What's the latest over there, Mick?
Just started the first quarter, guys, and Port Fairy at 2 goals 4-16, the South Warrnambool 3-4-22. Port Fairy probably kicking this quarter. It was probably a 3 to 4 goal breeze.
Beautifully done, Mick. Great to have you on board. North Warrnambool take on the Hammond Kangaroo. Skeeter Cannon, what's the latest out of Bushfield, Skeet?
Second quarter, Matty, about 4 minutes in. North Warrnambool 2-4-16. Hamilton just lining up for their second goal into the wing will take them to 2-4-16. If he kicks
Beautifully done, Skeet. Great to have you on board once again. And let's head to Henry Robertson, Portland v Cobden over at Hanlon Park, Portland. Henry, good afternoon.
G'day, boys. We're 4 minutes into the second quarter, and there's been no change to the quarter-time score. It's Portland 4-4-28, leading Cobden 2-4-16.
So the Portland Tigers off to a bit of a flyer there. That is around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Kohaya. And the other game, of course, doesn't start till 3 o'clock, which is Camperdown taking on the Koroit Saints this afternoon. So back here, ball's on centre wing. Blues off to a flyer, 3 straight 18. They lead the Bloods yet to score. It's in the league contracting time clock. We've ticked over 8 minutes in this first quarter. Shout out to Jackie Lee and the entire Lee family. Great crew. And great sponsors of Hampden League Live. Going in hard there, as he always does, is Turland. He loves the contest, Jai Turland. So, umpire Daniel Misson holds the ball aloft again. Big fist that time by Hobbs. Coming out and running onto the football there was Turland. Here's Louis Taylor. Opposite side of his body. Kicks further afield. Blues got numbers back. One of those is Steer. Takes an uncontested mark. Plays on quickly. Bangs it forward again. Low comes out. Goes through his hands. Gathered here by Roberts. Little chip kick out further afield to Jack Fowler. And Fowler will just steady the ship now for the Bloods.
So they're trailing by 18 points. We've ticked over 9 minutes in this first quarter. He'll work it back, finds Wareham. And he goes across, dangerous kick as Cody's on his tail, gets the handball out. Here's Crawley. And there's a free kick here. I didn't quite see what it was for.
Against Luke Cody, I think, there.
So the youngster there for the Bloods will look to get it moving on that outer side. So here they go, short kick towards the half-back line, and they'll look to centre the kick to Vickers. So setting up nicely here, the Warrnambool Blues. Not much space to work in. He'll go across the face. Not a bad kick in the end. Finds Wareham. Trying to break the tackle there was Arundel. Coming through was Baxter. Back to Arundel. Goes to the centre wing, and a nice mark taken there by Josh Slater. So Slater now looking further afield. He's going to keep it low, and a nice kick finds to Buck. So now looking to build something here, the Bloods. They trail by 18. Buck plays on, goes around and looks to get a bit of territory. Goes long. It's a 2-on-2. Big fly by Tanner. Spoilt there by Bell. Bell's back into it for a second time. Cowling over the top. Trying to find a teammate in Hugo Arts. 50-50 contest. Handball out. Vic is here. Handballs to Tanner. Save Vic is there trying to get his hands on the footy. Very contested, and a big kick out of defensive 50 there from Fletcher Timms.
Yeah, bouncing football now. And they got one behind the football here, the Bloods, to stop this onslaught here from the Blues. Radley gets it on to Lowe. Lowe runs straight into trouble. That's a strong tackle holding the pill. And the resultant free kick will go to Wareham. Sammy Wareham or Lockie Wareham, I think it might be. Lockie. Kick just misses the target. Holding the man. Free kick will come back and it'll go to Xavier Vickers. Could be 50 there. No, just didn't return the ball back as you would have liked. So centre half back squares that football up to Matty Baxter. Baxter goes further afield to Arundel. Arundel usually really good by foot. Hits Sammy Crawley. And wants to play on quickly and does. So runs and carries the ball now. Buck's going to be the target. Ball bounces in front. Blues getting good numbers across their half-back line. Timms is there again. He gets it to Mast. Back to Steer. Steer goes further afield. And a beautiful kick out to Norton. Son of Marcus and Pep. Plays on quickly. Over the top that time to Hugo Arts. He goes further afield. Coming through though and takes a nice mark was Lockie Wareham. His kick misses the target. A little underhanded handball to Fowler. Jack now gets the ball back again. Kicks out further afield, but going back and take a nice uncontested mark in the end was Sammy Cowling.
Gee, they set up defensively well, don't they, the Blues Wigs?
Yeah, look, if you don't mark it in your forward line against Warrnambool, their ground ball, I think their ground ball 1 or 2 in the league in terms of clean up from ground ball, and they do 50. So and that's what's been happening. Terang Mortlake haven't taken a mark yet in their forward 50, and Warrnambool have cloned it up really well.
Half forward line for the Warrnambool Blues. They lead to 3 straight 18 to the Bloods yet to score. That's on the National Tile scoreboard. And we go downstairs, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions. Tildy Carter.
Yeah, I think if you're the Bloods, you're really trying to get the footy in Joe Rundle's hands off halfback.
Yeah,
he's
good,
clearly the best kick in their back 6.
Reggie Mast kicks it inside 50, low, works it back. Hugh Morgan, left foot step towards the goal line. Nice mark taken in the end by the Bloods. They'll look to run it out through Matty Baxter. Not his best kick. Smothered, dribbled along the ground, socket over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. A win for the Warrnambool Blues, where they get another chance to reset after a great start to this round 9 encounter.
They set up well, Warrnambool, don't they, Wicks?
Yeah, look, they do, and it's the pressure around the ball which enables their defenders to come up the ground. So I think they really would rate their contested game, Warrnambool, and that's probably what they're good at.
Big boundary throw in that time. Free kick's been paid. It's going to go to the Blues here. So this will be another shot on goal. I think it's going to go to Jai Turlins for a hold off the football. So little Cyril, he's going to go back and have a shot. He'll kick right on the 50-metre arc, but the wind favourable. Jackson Bell looking for a little Joe the Goose. Jai says, I wouldn't think so,
No
Jacko.
hope.
So Turlin, one of the co-captains, comes in, strikes the ball beautifully well. Golski! And that is the Blues' 4th. They get a 4 straight 24. And they are blowing this first quarter apart here. They are kicking with a 4-goal breeze. But I tell you what, they are making every post a winner. And they are kicking them straight, 4 straight 24. And Wigsy, it's been a good start here for the Blues.
Yeah, no, look, they've been really good. Again, when the ball's in dispute, they've just probably been their pressure's been really at a high level, and again, not mucking around with the ball. We knew this was going to happen. Terang Mortlake again trying to sort of, they're changing angles, going backwards, going sideways, and Warrnambool just sweating on their turnovers. So yeah, good start for Warrnambool.
Here's Tyler Vickers inside the centre square, and a throw. It's going to go to the Warrnambool Blues, so everything's just working out well. Zach Dewey, the free kick. Good start to the year. Goes towards centre half forward. They've got one out. Nice mark taken in the end by the Bloods, and that was Wareham. So he'll go short via foot to Louis Taylor. Locked in for 2026. Great news for the Bloods.
Huge.
And they'll go short again, but the intercept mark almost taken. Dwyer was looking to go Weymouth territory. Chasing up his own football there was Norton, but happy to concede the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
But even if Terang Mortlake happened to get the ball, he look behind the ball, you got Cowling and Steer basically just waiting for Terang Mortlake to kick it to him.
2 good marks and 2 good kicks. So between wing and half forward, broadcast side here at the Red Oval. Boundary throw-ins, very good. Good 50-50 contest. Manane in there, looking to get some hard footy, but he's been pinged for holding the ball. Had a bit of time and did get released it in time. According to umpire miss, and Vickers will go short, finds Fowler, one of the up-and-coming youngsters for the Bloods.
He's had a bit of it in the first quarter.
Good kid. So Jack Fowler, he'll go down the line looking for Carlin. Went through his fingers, just a little bit too much on it in the end, and the boundary throw-in will occur.
I haven't really noticed Scooter out there as yet.
Yeah, he had a little bit of it, but they probably own a lot of the ball, Terang Mortlake, so...
It's been a first quarter dominated by the Blues. They lead by 24 points, 4 straight goals. Hobbs wins that one down. There's Taylor trying to get his hands on the football kicks. Further afield, nice mark in the end there by Vickers. He wants to swing and play on quickly. Buck's going to be the target. Oh, has he pulled it in? Yes, he has. Put that one down as a Peter Bolsh Bridgestone highlight of the day. That was something from nothing. And this kid's an excitement machine, Wicks.
Yeah, he looked elite runner, but obviously tall as well. So, but he's probably, without, say, a Will Kane and, say, Alex Maloney, he's having to probably play that key forward role where he's probably more suited maybe to a wing. But that was, their first mark inside forward 50, which is a pretty important shot at goal, this one.
Absolutely it is. So he's 20 metres out, directly in front, comes in. Bucky's leant back on it, and it goes through for a minor score. So it's a let-off there for the Blues for mine. That would have been a handy goal into the breeze. 17 minutes gone. Warrnambool 4 straight 24. Bloods 1 behind 1 point. That's on the national tile scoreboard. Scotty Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus mobility and movement.
Yeah, just interesting, boys, that Jackson's Bell's pushed forward, boys. I think the Blues at this stage, 4 goals up, really might be looking to make the most of this breeze while they've got it at their back, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And right on cue, Jackson Bell. That was a big fly from Wareham. I tell you what, he hit the pack hard. There's Cody. He just steps through a bit of traffic, goes inboard, but the kick just misses. And taking a nice mark there was Xavier Vickers. Plays on quickly. Here's Roberts. He gets the handball back to Vickers. No, all of a sudden they're under a little bit of pressure here. Stacks on the mill. Ball comes out, flicked out again. And now we're going to get a ball up. So the back 6 of the Bloods, they've got a loose man back there as well now, so it's a back 7 effectively. They're under a bit of pressure. Coming through there was Vickers, could have been legged. Umpire says play on. Hobbs is in there, high up and under. Big fist goes forward. There's Cody on the end of it again. He's so dangerous around goals, Cody. He looks fit. And he's really having a great season in 2025.
34 goals he's kicked so far this season. Been terrific.
Leading goal kicker.
Leading goal kicker. Yep.
So he was out by 7 on Jake Wilson at the start of the round. So boundary throw in Radley. Pushed it forward. Plenty of players around the contest. Left foot snapped by Reggie Mars. That's 5 straight for the Blues, and they are dominating here at the Reed Oval. Front and centre, found the crumb. Good goal by the Blues.
Ball just seems to, when it's spilling out from stoppages, they seem to be the first ones out there. So the pressure inside's good, and then just getting on the outside. Again, Terang Mortlake young side, they're trying to take, I suppose, get a bit of momentum or get some control back in the game. But again, Warrnambool just sweating on their mistakes, and then when they're making a mistake, it's going pretty quick.
Tildy Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Actually, got to give credit to Warrnambool's pressure here because besides Joe Arundel, the Bloods coming out of their back half look awful shaky with ball in hand at the moment.
Here's big Harry McNamara who's gone to the ruck. He's the groundsman up here at Reed Oval. Here goes Scooter. Has a bounce. Steams through the Reed Oval. Kick goes forward. Through the hands that time. Getting back there for the Blues was Sammy Carter. What a season he's had, the youngster. He kicks further afield. Here goes big Reggie. Grabs it. Louis in there. Steps through a little bit of traffic to Carlin. Carlin goes further afield to Vickers. Vickers gets it on. Little bit of 1-2 action, but the pressure. Once again, a good smother there by Timms. And the tackle was strong as well. And that defence of the Blues, which has been their backbone in 2025, stands up resolutely again, Wiggs.
Yeah, look, it does. Good chance today for Terang Mortlake here to get their first major.
Here goes Buck. Oh, Cowley holding the ball. That was red hot. And I tell you what, Moo is a little bit sore in that ankle, boys. That was just keep an eye on that one, Tilt. All thanks to Croyd Pharmacy. We know he's tough, but he got brought to ground and he saw the big fella.
He has rolled that ankle, mate. Yeah, I think he's okay, though.
He's going to try and run it off.
Run it off. He's a third Dan black belt, big Moo. He needs that ankle. I saw the big fella. It takes a bit to get the Moo off. Yeah. I don't think it is either, too. He's tough. Anyway, Vickers going to come in, have a shot, 25 out. He likes it. And so do the Bloods. And that is their first goal of the afternoon. So Terang Mortlake get a 1-1-7. The Blues are 5 straight 30. And that is on the National Tile scoreboard as Cowling goes to the bench. And that's a story because I'll tell you what, he's running on it. Let's hope a little bit of magic spray tilt down there from Koroyd Pharmacy might do the job.
Yeah, it's a good sign that he's actually can put a little bit of pressure on it. We saw, there's no doubt about that. But I think the way he's moved, I wouldn't have thought any breaks or anything like that. Just on Vickers there, Hilly, you would know he's leading the Hampton League in tackles this year.
Yeah, we had 99 before the start of the round. So obviously with that one and the free kick, that would be 100. But I reckon he might have had another one or two already. But yeah, terrific players though, Vickers.
All over it, Tildy.
Like me stats. I just popped up on the phone when I was searching for the form guide today.
On cue, Vickers has the ball. He tried to move it forward, but he wasn't getting through the hands of Reggie Mars. Strong and tough, big Reggie. So 21 minutes gone. First term action. The Blues led by 23 points. Here's Carlin, who's been busy. Centre half forward. Taylor versus Steer. Taylor stayed down and did it well. Gets the handball back to Carlin. They're waxing. Almost ricocheted ball off the hands of Timms. Here's Taylor. Left foot kick. Has to be good to Sam Wareham. Nice reaching mark by the youngster.
Yeah.
So they're building a little bit of momentum. He's got a spare player deep if he wants him. And he looks to go in that direction, but they've got numbers floating back. Vickers flies. That was Tyler. Just a dump kick outside defensive 50 from Steer. Falls in the hands of Jackson Bell, who's able to get foot on ball. Inside 50, so it's Crawley up against Cody. Cody leads the race, but the ball's going to go over the boundary line and beat them all. And we'll have a boundary throw-in. But 2 kicks, Wigsy, and they're in the forward 50.
Yep, and Sammy Crawley would have been pretty nervous then, I think. He would have gone, it'll just maybe need to be back shoulder. But
didn't you hate those ones when you were defending that Wiggs, Tildy in particular?
Especially when you were slow as moose.
Oh, yes. Just nervous times. And especially when you've kicked a couple already in the first quarter, your opponent, like you just, it's that perceived pressure sometimes, Wiggs, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. So, Sam would have been enjoying that ball just rolling out of bounds, I would have thought.
Nice mark taken there by Joshy Slater.
Cowling looks like he's going to be all right. He's just gone for a run in front of us.
That's good to hear. Good news for Sammy Cowling. 50 metres here. Might have been just cringing over the mark there.
Sammy Newman wouldn't have liked that one, boys. The 50-metre penalty.
No, Scott. Wouldn't have liked a lot of things, I don't think.
Willie Maloney goes to Carlin. So the scoot kicks over further afield. It's Heffernan. Number 4, actually. Who is number 4, boys? We haven't got a 4 on our sheet here for the Bloods.
I'll have a look, mate.
But, anyway, kick's gone further afield, and it's been marked. And it's Mason Barr who will go back and have a shot.
Under 16, lad.
Under 16, that.
Yep.
Wow, so that's a great effort.
That's Lockie's son.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Lockie, good player in his own right,
Warrnambool
Lockie.
premiership player, Lockie.
Yes, he was.
So young Mason Barr comes in. He's going to have a shot. He's going to kick from about 37 metres out. Comes in. Toes it just a little bit. Getting back there and punching it through was Sammy Carter for a minor score. Well, let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matt Cohai. Mick Finnegan, South Warrnambool v Port Fairy. Mick, what's the latest over there, buddy?
Yeah, 19-minute mark of the second quarter, and Port Fairy is 3-6-24. South Warrnambool 4-5-29. Close game, maybe.
Good game of footy over the Gardens Oval. North Warrnambool taking on Hamilton Skeeter Cannon. What's happening, Skeet?
About 21 minutes into the second quarter, it's North Warrnambool 3-4-22, leading Hamilton 1-6-12.
Beautifully done, Skeet. Let's go to Henry Robinson, Portland v Cobden. What's the latest there, Henry?
21-minute mark of the second quarter, it's Portland 8-8-56, leading Cobden 4-5-29.
So the Tigers going all right over there against the Cobden Bombers. And don't forget our other game, Camperdown taking on Koroyd. That game will be starting in about 5 minutes' time. AFL scores, boys. I'm just waiting to bring that up on the AFL app. I'll get that up shortly for us. But currently it's the Brisbane Lions leading the Giants 64-48.
Yeah, right. Good game there. Here's Slater, gets it to Taylor, who'll work at a Mason Barr. So bit of fluency with the ball usage in the last 5 or so minutes there for the Bloods. He'll give it back to Slater. Slater has to standing start and just put too much on the kick in the end, and Weymouth takes the intercept mark. Manane will go corridor. Zach Dwyer stretches and takes the mark. He's got Radley over the top, but he'll go that big long kick inside forward 50. It's a 2-on-1, punched away beautifully in the end by the defence of the Bloods. That was Will Maloney, and a boundary throw-in will occur.
So we're out of the quaddy too, boys. Hutch. First leg of the quad. $6.50 Aztec steak for Team Lindsay Park. Gets the job done.
Didn't have the $6.50 chance in.
He did it. I always would have had it too. He's already texted me.
He'd let you know. Here's the Bloods. They try to get it out again. It's still a 50-50 contest, and it's dumped out there by Hobbs in the end, but just a wall of Blues stand in the way, and the Weymouth, that player, gets it to Timms inside 50. Kick has to be good. Almost taking the mark there was Fowler for the free kick inside defensive 50. So we've ticked over 26 and a half minutes. It's 5 straight 30. Good kicking by the Blues, leading Terang Mortlake 1-2-8. But we do believe the advantage is down the city end goals here at the Reed Oval. So Harvey Roberts now, they go the switch, and Roberts has got the ball on the broadcast side. Not his best to Vickers, who was good to get up on the half volley. Handball gets into the hands of Harvey Roberts. Looks to take a bounce, but it's holding the ball because he was tackled as he was making that action. And they get another chance here, the Warrnambool Blues, through Jackson Bell. Not his best kick, intercepted by Zeke Reeves. He's got the jumper change, Stewie. So from 42-4, Zeke Reeves. Taylor inside the centre corridor, nowhere really to go because the Blues are so well set up and organised behind the ball. Arundel has to work hard, but the siren beats them all. And the Blues have started beautifully here at the Reed Oval, 5 straight 30, leading Terang Mortlake 1-2-8. Cody, 2 goals for the Warrnambool Blues.
Yeah, and again, that was probably typical of the first quarter a bit. Terang Mortlake probably 3 or 4 possessions, then the 5th one, like whether a handball missed the target, and then Warrnambool just sweating on those turnovers. Warrnambool look dangerous. Any stoppage inside their forward 50, they just the pressure they can, again, well set up. They're almost inviting Terang Mortlake to get the ball, and then they're just going to pressure them and cause turnovers. So, look, interesting too. Look, I was just looking at the kick-outs. Like Austin Sears kicked it out a couple of times, and he's just going long. And Terang Mortlake, they need to adjust to that. They're kicking it over. He's kicking it over probably 8 players in the Terang Mortlake zone. So they need to adjust to that. Probably next quarter might be different. Make him kick it short.
Yeah.
Like you don't want Austin, if you've got someone who's a long kick kicking out a fullback, give him the short one.
Yeah.
Anyway, but again, it's been Warrnambool, but quite predictable, but it works for him. So just get it and get it long in there to Cody. Bring it to ground. I think that's the big one. You bring it to ground against Warrnambool, and then let their little blokes go to work. But look, hard to sort of decide. And again, we look at it's 30 points to 8. I reckon you need to reassess it at half time. How much is that breeze worth? But Terang Mortlake they need to do put a bit of scoreboard pressure on Warrnambool this quarter.
Lovely work, Scotty Carter. Anything to add there at quarter time as the Blues lead by 22 points?
Yeah, I tend to agree with Wigsy. Terang's turnovers definitely hurt. I thought they probably won their fair share of the footy as the quarter went on, but just coughed the footy up coming off half back way too much. I will say, though, I do think it's a 3 to 4 goal breeze. Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, let's take a break. First quarter down here, Hampton League Live. Match of the day. Warrnambool will take on Terang Mortlake from Reed Oval. The other game, the final game's about to get underway up at Lure Oval 2. Camperdown taking on Karoy. We're going to take a break on Hampton League Live. We'll come back with second quarter action right after this on your home of football netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
G'day, Luke Williams here. At Luke Williams Real Estate, competition is in our nature. Per team member, we sell more properties than anyone else. We're not the biggest, but we are the busiest. Luke Williams Real Estate. Let's kick some winning goals together this season.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop. Open up the shop, time for you, time for me. Love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk. Ponting's Mitre 10. Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Quarter time. Blues lead by 22 points. 5 straight 30. Terang 1-2-8. Blues kick with a 3 to 4 goal breeze in the first quarter. So Bloods will have that in this second term. Scotty Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus. What was the messaging from the coaches there at quarter time, buddy?
Louis Taylor really spoke about what we spoke about, to be honest, boys. He recognised how many turnovers the Bloods had coming out of their back half. But he did stress, don't dwell on that. That's in the past now. Let's move on. And they really emphasised the point, Terang, that when they get the footy in their forward 50 this quarter, let's all push up and squeeze the ground on the Blues, kicking into the Bruce.
Second quarter actions got underway. The clearance from Louis Taylor's long inside forward 50. And a free kick, a push out. It's going to go to the Bloods, so an early one for Terang Mortlake. And the free kick will go to Ryan Tanner.
So much in that one, do you reckon, boys?
Look, oh, really? I don't know. We're a long way away.
Yeah. Good to see Sammy Curling out there for the Blues too, because he rolled that ankle in the first quarter pretty bad.
So this would give them a lift if they can get an early one here through the agency of Ryan Tanner. Back into the side after not playing in the senior side for the first few weeks. Comes in 48 metres out. He's going to just drop short. They jump at it inside the goal square. Lurking was McLeod, and happy to concede was Steer for the Blues at a minor score. So the margin jumps back to 21 points, 5 straight 30 to 139, and that's all thanks to National Tiles.
Here's a Lawson Monastery. He's a good little player, former best and fairest winner at the Warrnambool Blues, wants to play on quickly. He's got a beautiful leg on him. Oh, good use of the body that time by Jack Fowler. This young kid, he's a really impressive kid, Wiggs.
He is. He's been terrific.
I like him. He kicks to the hot spot. Ball goes forward. Free kick's been plucked out. Going to go to Wareham here by the looks of it. So, couple of free kicks inside forward 50. Gives the Bloods a couple of opportunities.
Cowling's coming off here, boys.
Yeah, he's no good at ankle, is he? No, he's sore.
Well,
that's Magic spray, no good.
Yeah, that's big. It's a big loss. So, and big kick too. This one.
He's on a pretty tight angle. Is Wareham. He's going to just use the wind. Comes in, kicks on its way, just pulls it to the right. So they've had a couple of opportunities. So the Bloods get a 1-4-10. Blues 5 straight 30. That's on the National Tiles scoreboard. Shout out to Bexy and the crew. And all of a sudden, the Bloods is doing a bit of attacking here.
5 scoring shots each.
Yeah,
but Terang Mortlake, they need to make the most of these shots at goal.
Steer runs on and kicks it outside. Radley, big defensive spoil. Taylor looking to jump on the football, just overran it in the end. The Bloods through a chain of handballs, go inside forward 50 towards goal. Another minor score, so they're peppering. But as you said, Wiggs, they just need to turn those points into goals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably been a bit of execution, and probably just maybe a little bit of luck. But you would hate Warrnambool if you're a Terang Mortlake supporter. Again, they've dominated the first 5 minutes to go up the other end of the ground and kick a goal.
So Steer again, you'll have the kick-in responsibilities for the Warrnambool Football Netball Club. This time he'll go short. Kick has to be good. Coming in with the bunt there was McLeod. Player down, a little bit late, too high. Free kick is going to occur. And I can't quite pick the player who it is. Tildy, all thanks to
Fletcher Timms.
I think you're right, Stewie. Fair way away from here, boys.
Too, I reckon.
He saw too. So Cowling's gone off here for the Blues. They can't afford to lose another. He's just a little bit ginger getting up name. Hopefully he might be all right, the youngster. He's a really important cog to that back six, as is Cowling. So Fletcher Timms, left foot, high up and under. Vickers takes a nice contested mark right on the 50-metre arc. Has he got the leg in him here, boys? I don't know.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Good breeze, lads.
He's going to go back. I think he's going to give it a shot. I like it when they take it upon themselves. No Alex Maloney here for the Bloods today. He's a big loss. See out injured at the moment. So Vickers going to kick from just outside 50. Strikes it pretty well. Coming back. Had the leg, no worry. So that breeze is strong, boys, isn't it?
Yeah. You look at the flags and the trees. Yeah, definitely strengthened since the seconds were on.
A mini golf windsock, of course.
The great Johnny Holland.
Oh,
what a star.
Him and Lindsay Hill, legends. Just a bit of news. Daryl Agnew passed away during the week too, of course. Called the footy for a long time in the Hampton Football Netball League. Lovely guy, Daryl. Thoughts are with his entire family as well.
Hey, beautiful mark taken in the end there by the Blues. And that was Heath Morgan-Morris. Goes along the wing. So they've got some players there. If the ball sits comfortably and the littlest man on the field takes the beautiful mark. And that's Jai Turland. So centre wing out of side. The margin out to 19 points. He'll keep it low, looking for Manane. Intercepting with the possession there beautifully was Arundel, and he finds Carlin on that left boot. Too much on the kick. Went through the fingers of Tanner and Arts. Tyler Vickers trying to keep it in. He does. Has to take on 2 Blues, and he's going to win out again. So Vickers inside 50, looking for Wareham. He straightens up, but just too much, and a minor score.
The big raps on Tyler Vickers. Like, speak to everyone on Terang Mortlake, and he's the one who's really stepped up this year. But that would have been goal of the day, mate. That would have been well and truly.
Far out of side, wasn't it? He had a couple of cracks and kept the ball in.
Yep.
They're peppering away here, so they go to 1-7-13, the Bloods. They need to hit the big sticks, though. Good fist away that time from Big Reggie. Big AP Weymouth in there. He's going nowhere. And umpire Daniel Misson says, let's have a ball up. Hobbs gets the front position. A lot of players around this contest. So Alex Maloney injured, Hilly?
Yeah, I believe so. I can't remember what the injury is, but he has been out for a few weeks already. So, I can't quite remember the severity of what it is.
Yeah. Important player for the Bloods, for Mines. He can play back, he can play forward, and he never get an easy kick on Alex Maloney, that's for sure. Scotty Carter, what's the crowd like downstairs, Tilt?
Few about, mate, but every person I've spoke to said the same thing. It's freezing here, boys. Absolutely freezing. But at the moment, it just looks as though the Blues are the side that have taken their opportunities better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Certainly does. It's an ice box down there in that old grandstand, or the new grandstand now.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Anyway, isn't it?
Fresh on a 16-degree day generally.
Yeah,
Great
that's
kick.
a beautiful kick from Arundel to Scooter Carlin, who's really getting his hands on it again. Such a good user of the football is Arundel. Scooter, a little chip kick, beautiful kick by Foot.
Vickers.
Vickers on the end of it, straight in front, 40 metres out. Big kick for mine. They need a goal here, Wicks.
Yeah, look, they do. Again, talking to the Terang Mortlake people, they say, again, big raps on this kid. They reckon he's the better kick of the two brothers. So you'd be thinking he's definitely going to get the trip. He's just got to get the accuracy right.
Poor old other brother cops it there.
No, well, he's a great tackler.
Hence why he's leading the tackle salute.
Tyler Vickers comes in, he shanked it.
You wrap him up, Wiggsy.
So 1 goal, 8. So all of it, what do they kick? 6 points this quarter or 5 points?
One goal to it, though. 1 goal to it, quarter time.
Oh, there you go. So
yeah.
6 points. So they've had opportunities.
Broken hand is what I've been told. Kim Matthew, thank you for texting.
Good on you, Kim.
Yeah, broken hand for Alex Maloney.
I love it. Here goes Wanasteri, plays on, goes through the hands that time of Weymouth, gathered by Slater. He kicks further afield. Dwyer gets back for the Blues. Carter, quick kick. Good mark there taken by Hobbs. So they can't get out of defensive 50 here, the Blues. Hobbs, high up and under, kicks long and strong to the square. Back of the pack, good roving, and a great goal.
Ryan Tanner.
And that was Tanner in the end, and he's kicked a point already in this quarter, but he just sat down, read the play beautifully off the back of the pack and kicked a nice goal, and the Bloods go to 2-8-20. They trail the Blues 5 straight 30. National title scoreboard.
What have we been going? 8 minutes. So it's not been in Warrnambool's other than it hasn't been in their forward 50. So it's been all Terang Mortlake. So probably a bit of reward for effort. Probably could have been. Yeah, at least probably another 2 or 3 goals closer, but yeah, definitely the game now is wrestled back to it's a bit of sort of 50-50 clearances. Terang Mortlake have been, I think they've evened it up a little bit.
Around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Hi, Mick Finnegan, Port Fairy South. What's the latest, Mickey?
Yeah, it's half time over here at the Gardens Oval, and Port Fairy 7-6-48. To South Warrnambool 4-5-29. Port Fairy had a good quarter that second quarter. Yeah.
Gee whiz, so the Seagulls could be...
South will be kicking with probably a 2 to 3 goal breeze in this third quarter.
Tell you what, good game of footy over there. Could be an upset on the cards. North Warrnambool, Hamilton, Skeeter. What's the latest, buddy?
Half time here, Matty. North Warrnambool 6-6-42, leading Hamilton 1-6-12.
The Eagles looking for 9 on the bop. They are doing it comfortably. Portland v Cobden, Henry Robinson.
Half time also here, boys. Portland 8-10-58. Leading Cobden 5-6-36. We're hanging in, boys. We're hanging in there.
Yeah, the Bombers got another one back there. So it's a 3-goal game over at Hanlon Park. And Camperdown v Koroit.
Just started. The Saints 1 behind, leading Camperdown yet to score.
Beautifully done, Hilly. Love it. And the Bloods, they're doing all the attacking here. So another free kick's going to go to Wareham. He's about 65 metres out. But the Blues just struggling to kind of get their hands and control the play, aren't they, in this second quarter weeks?
Yeah, look, they're Terang more like good players stand up. Like I reckon Louis Taylor's been really good. TJ Arundel's a good player. He's just a quarterback for them.
So here we go. They're under pressure once again. Kick comes out, coming through. Good pick up that time by Fedley, young Alex, who is the son of the great Mark Fedley. What a champion footballer he was at the Warrnambool Football Club. Wrapped up, going nowhere there. Slung and holding the football. Advantage paid. Yes, it is. So the Bloods into attack. Blues get back in defence. Good reading of the play there by young Jaden Wells. Kick goes further afield. Coming back, though, and taking a nice mark was Roberts for the Bloods.
And he'll go straight inside, forward 50. Warren was the target. They get the handball. He's all wrapped up. Buck got the handball out, but he's done too much and he's got done for holding the ball. He just didn't have. He had it for enough time and wasn't able to release it quick enough. So the free kick to the Blues, good kick, and it's going to be Wells. He'll go over the lateral kick and find Hugo Arts, and he's going to go short down the wing to Bidmate. Oh, Bidmate through his fingers. Arundel keeps it alive, but then he goes over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
It's interesting. You're looking at the numbers around the ground. Terang Mortlake got more numbers behind the ball, and obviously Warrnambool got more numbers in Warrnambool's back 50. So you reckon Terang Mortlake they have to even up a bit. Otherwise, they're going to keep kicking and it'll keep coming out from Warrnambool. Even up, maybe have one extra, but you don't need three.
Hobbs.
Well, Radley's been one of those players. He started forward, so he's pushed back, and
they need to even up a bit, especially while they've got the wind.
Between wing and half forward, Hobbs and Weymouth. Vickers, that's Tyler inside forward 50. Good mark in the end by the Bloods.
Reece Buck.
And I reckon it's Reece Buck who's taken that mark. 40 metres out, slight angle. But I'll tell you what, if he can kick this, it's the margin's back to 4 points. It's been a very good start to this second term for Terang Mortlake. So Reece Buck just getting in position, setting himself up. Terrific young player, great vertical leap, and a very athletic footballer as well. So Buck just approaching his kicking position, comes in and has done enough. Beautiful Lucas Brothers snag of the day, contender from Reece Buck. And the margin here at the Reed Oval is 4 points. Warrnambool 5 straight 30. The Bloods doing all the attacking 3-8-26.
Obviously, really windy, one-handed game and away from our end, boys. So good luck calling that. But at Terang Mortlake again, Warrnambool haven't been able to get the ball out of their back 50 or certainly across the middle of the ground with any continuity. And Terang Mortlake, like Carlin's been good, Louis Taylor's been good. A few of their young guys, Slater, I think, wearing with Tyler Vickers. So all of a sudden, it's only 12 minutes into the second quarter, and Terang Mortlake got all the momentum.
They've kicked the last 3 goals, the Bloods.
Done all the attacking, and then they're going to go into attack once again. Carlin, he gets the handball back to Arundel, sells a little bit of candy, kicks it further afield. So the back 6, all of a sudden under pressure, goes through the hands that time of Wareham. Louis Taylor, one step, Golski! Guilty! Louis goes bang, and the Bloods hit the fronts. 4-8-32, the Blues 5 straight 30, and this quarter Wiggs and Tilt has been dominated by Terang Mortlake.
Absolutely, they were good out of the middle in the first quarter, Terang Mortlake, but they weren't able to win the ground ball. But now they're definitely out there marking, or it's coming to ground, and their pressure. And I just wonder about Cowling not being there. That's probably maybe upset Warrnambool's structure a bit, Tildy.
Angus Lowe's had to go back, mate. But I think you hit the nail on the head, mate. Terang's good players are playing well. To me, their best 3 players in their side, Arundel, Carlin, Taylor, all having good days.
They're all getting their hands on the football and combining so well. And on cue, once again, straight out of the middle. And look at the scoot. He's got it on a string at the moment. Roberts goes bang, looking for Taylor and Hilly. They are dominating this contest in this second term.
And I don't mind them resting Taylor down forward 2 weeks. Very good at ground level and just can be a dangerous player on the lead.
Absolutely, yep.
So, as he showed before, boys, he gets his hands on, he's not going to miss, is he?
No, he's a beautiful user of the footy, Louis Taylor. So right on the paint of the 50-metre line, ball thrown in, Buck gets the handball out, was looking for Carlin. And the Blues are able to release it and get a little bit of territory, only by 5 or 6 metres, and the ball will go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Just around the grounds, all thanks to Matco Hire. Early on in the Camperdown and Koroit game at Lura Oval, it's Koroit 117 leading Camperdown 6 behinds. That's all thanks to Matco Hire. Ball to be thrown in. McNamara up against Buck. Morgan Morris got the kick and he was looking for Cody, but an uneven bounce, and Arundel just steps through 3. He gets it to Vickers and he just goes the traditional barrel inside forward 50 and Wareham almost took the chest mark. They recover. Left foot snap and they've kicked another. No, it's going to drop short. Olasader's gone. They've jumped at it and they just couldn't get their hands on the football. And they've got another here, the Bloods. They're on fire in this second term. Weeks in, everything they're turning their hand to is turning to goal.
Yeah, no, it is. Again, they're winning the ground ball inside 50. Warrnambool aren't able to mark it, which has probably been one of their strengths. They're intercepting, marking in. I think they're the top 3 in the competition. So, again, we've mentioned it a couple of times, the Cowling loss is a big one. But, when they were struggling to kick goals from set shots and probably easy shots, and now they're kicking them from everywhere. So, and there's still probably 14 or 15 minutes to go in this quarter.
I'll tell you what, it's just been an unbelievable second quarter here, and they're just dominating out of the middle for more. Yeah. And here they go again. Kick goes forward, and this back six, all of a sudden, he's under pressure. Free kick, holding the ball. And that's a free kick they needed. Jackson Bell and 50. So this could just steady the ship a little bit for the Blues. We're only halfway through this second quarter. We've ticked over 16 minutes on the league contracting time clock.
Warrnambool haven't had inside 50 in that time.
I don't think they have. I don't think they have, Weeks. So Jackson Bell, he plays onto low now, just trying to create a little bit of run. Kicks the ball low. Oh, Turlin on the end of it. Oh, could have been enough, but no. Arundel snatches it off him. He gets it further afield. Little scrub kick, but it's going to come off. Good mark taken there that time by Xavier Vickers. He plays on quickly. Lowe gets back, takes it and reads it beautifully well. So Angus Lowe started the game forward, had to move back with the injury to Cowling. So Angus Lowe, cross half back. Kick, high up and under. Will it stay in the field of play? Yes, it does just. Free kick for holding the man. Going to go to the Bloods here. Off the football. And it's going to go...
Reeves.
To Reeves. Zeke Reeves. Looking for a 50. I don't think it's going to come. So I don't think he realised it was his free kick, to be honest. But anyway, Reeves. He's got players short. Decides to just bang it long. Getting back there was Weymouth. Coming through was Wareham. Taylor nearly had the football on the burst. Jackson Bell, quick kick around the body. Bouncing football will go out of bounds and we'll have a boundary throw in.
So 5-8-38 to 5 straight 30. 17 minutes gone, and the Bloods, they've done all the attacking. They've kicked 4 goals, 6 in this second term and been very, very good around stoppages, Weeks.
No, they've been terrific. And Darcy Hobbs, I reckon, is given, particularly out of the middle, but he's given it first use. We spoke about the battle between him and Weymouth, but Hobbs' ruck work's been very impressive.
Gee, they were nearly out there, the Blues, but Wells just had a little bit of a slip and he was then all held up. So they'll go again, the 2 big ruckmen. Vickers, who's been important, that's Xavier Vickers. Here's Hobbs, flicks it over the top to Louis Taylor. He'll get it out to a teammate. McLeod goes longer down the ground and it goes out of bounds and a boundary throw-in will occur. So those inside forward 50 entries, they've been long and they've been deep in this second term and they get a chance to reset and have another go at trying to score another goal here, the Bloods.
And I think what you can see now, you've got Joe Arundel standing in the middle of the ground on his own, but he's the only one. So I reckon the Terang Mortlake, the half-backs have pushed up to make it more one-on-one inside their forward 50.
Radley was looking for bid made. Tyler Vickers to Carlin. Feeds it to a teammate. They look just to go towards the top of the square, but it goes out wide. Out of bounds on the full is the end result. And Angus Lowe will get the result and free kick. Tildy, let's go to you, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Yeah, pretty tough conditions, especially the Blues kicking in this bruise. But Joe Arundel, boys, singing his praises, but he's playing a quarter off half-back here at the moment.
Yeah, he's
a jet, mate. Absolute jet, Joey Arundel has been for a long time. Oh, that's a good mark too. Is that Jack Fowler? Geez, I like this young kid.
How old's he?
Oh, he's only 16 or 17, I reckon. Son of Uggy. Uggy was a good player in his heyday too. Don't worry about that.
He's been really impressive.
Good kid, mate. You were looking and thinking under 23 there, Wings.
He'd be probably under 7.
No, I reckon he was under 17s last year.
Okay, righto.
Yeah. So Fowler, if he kicks this, slot him in, Wings.
No pressure, young fella.
Comes in, kicks on its way. Has it got the leg? Big fly. Ball hasn't gone through yet. Oh, good play in the end. Coming through there was Angus Lowe and killed the football. So 5-9-39, been a quarter, dominated by the Bloods. Blues haven't changed off their 5 straight 30 scoreboard in that first term. Here's Carter onto Bell. Jackson Bell, high up and under. Big fist comes over the top. Blues got numbers at the bottom of the pack. One of those was bid made. Coming through once again was Arundel. They just can't get the ball any further than this, the Blues, in this second term. It is a strong breeze. It's Farmers Round, of course. And if you're up here at the Reed Oval, you can get in and get that free Arvo tea if you're a farmer on the Blues, on the Warrnambool Football Club, which is brilliant. Staver running it there. Coming through there was Wells. He kicks further afield, but going back there was Will Maloney. He just goes through his hands, and umpire Misson says we will have a ball up. So 21 minutes gone in this second term on the league contracting time clock. It's a 9-point lead on the National Tile scoreboard.
Just about their first inside 50, I think, Warrnambool.
Yeah, I reckon it might be second. I reckon they had one a little bit earlier. So Cody trying to be busy and be dangerous, and he has been, but a free kick's going to go to the Bloods. So Sam Crawley, he's going to just go across the face to Harvey Robertson. You speak about quarterbacks. He's another one that they like to have the football in the hands of.
User.
So he'll go keep it short and long, and he finds Will Maloney at true half back. He'll go down the wing. Too much on the kick. The Blues are presenting through low. Slater did well to Hobbs. The handball chain was good to Carlin. Carlin's going to go inside forward 50. The jump there just didn't quite stick for Tanner. Nice bit of work by Jackson Bell. Kicks it down the ground. Favourably the Bloods in Vickers and Slater. Chaos football. Too high on low, and he'll get the free kick. Tildy, we'll go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Yeah, I've liked Anguslo's games today, boys. Forward in the first quarter, back out now after Cowling's gone down. I reckon Hobbs is playing a good game, boys. She's come off for a rest. I really like how as a ruck, when he gives the first give, doesn't try to invent things.
Yeah. No, he's a terrific player, an improved player too. So Turlin got the free kick, the mark, kicks it down the ground, trying to trap it there was Manane. Does well, just a bit of a daisy cutter kick. Morgan picked it up, tried to shrug off Arundel. Norton in the thick of things once again as well, and a stoppage will occur. 55 out from the Blues goal.
Haven't had a lot of play below us here, have we, today in the commentary box,
we'll
boys?
get a good look at them now.
Similar to grand final day last year.
Can't take a trick up here. Warham's been good for the Bloods. Big fist that time by Weymouth. Coming through is Morgan. In there is Turlin, driven into the ground. Free kick. We'll go to Little Jai. So he's right on the 50-metre arc. It's been a quarter dominated. Shits it up. Weymouth. Could have been a free kick or mark. Umpires paid too high. Free kick at Opie. He's a little bit ginger getting up. Dan Weymouth, but he'll go back and have a shot directly in front, 25 metres out. Big kick this.
Yeah, huge kick. So just drifting into the hole there. Opposition ruckman probably would have went to the goal square.
Good kick by Turlin,
yeah,
wasn't it?
lovely.
I think he's made the most of Hobbs going off for a rest here, boys. You know, Hobbs come off about a minute beforehand. He sort of pushed forward on the end of that one.
Smart play by the veteran.
Big kick.
Generally not a bad kick either, too, Weymouth. Been a great play for a long time up here at the Blues. Comes in. Kicks on its way. Big Opie likes it.
Yes.
And he pumps a fist. And the Blues respond. And they go to 6 straight 36. 5-9, 39, the Bloods National Tile scoreboard. And that was exactly what Warrnambool needed, Wiggs.
Yeah, it was. And Jai Turlin, he never plays. He just gives his heart and soul for the Blues. He's a terrific player. Maskell medal winner a few years ago. But, free kick and then just was a presence of mind just to be able to hit up. What are you two laughing
Just
at?
laughing at the birthday boy here, mate. He's got a smile on him. He's smiling like a Cheshire cat.
But yeah, so again, real important goal for Warrnambool. They have probably haven't been inside 450 much at all. So yeah, game on again.
I think he's got a promise when he gets home, Wiggs.
11 a week, your old baby, mate. No. No. Centre half forward to destination. Just looking forward to getting home watching the Cats and the Bombers at the Jeep after this game here at the Reed Oval.
What about the Roos and the Dockers, mate?
Won't that be a belter?
Inside 50, Bell almost took a nice mark. He did take it in the end on the second bite. And a terrific player.
I'll tell you what, just on the Kangaroos, they've got them in a stick for the 2 games in Perth. I actually don't mind it mid-year. A little bit of a freshen up. They've got a lot of the families come over here. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
conditions look great at Bunbury.
Well, they did, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, here we go, the Blues. That was a great kick from Manane to Arts. Kicks further down the ground. Approaching there was Reggie Mast. And over the shoulder free kick, it's going to go to the Bloods and it's going to go to Will Maloney. Gee, they were out there, the Blues, and could have been very dangerous if that kick to Mast hit.
Cody was in space by himself.
He was too. Weymouth strong in the contest. Beautiful mark there by the big man, the veteran.
You're right about that, Tilly. They need Hobbs back on, I would think, pretty quickly.
He's coming on now, mate.
Yep.
So the short kick laterally, not his best to Fletcher Timms, breaks the tack and he'll go long, sort of keeps low. Vickers trying to control the football on centre wing, goes in for a second effort, jumps on it, the Blues are out, good handball by Turl, and here they go while Morgan Morris just slipped. Barr gets the handball to Maloney. Taylor looks to centre the kick and they're off and running here. Look at McLeod just lurking at half forward. If Slater can hit him, he does. The build-up's good here by the Bloods. McLeod, he'll go long in the goal square. Buck's going to be the territory. Oh, McLeod has a kick of goal.
It's from 70.
He had the win advantage. A vacant goal square and a beautiful Lucas Brothers snag of the day from Lockie McLeod.
See, I'll tell you what, I love watching Louis Taylor play. It's good to watch.
And they just, they give it to him.
Yeah, well, they do. He's the coach. So they want to get a game. But
He's a class act, though, isn't he?
Like even just swing on the left foot, that was a beautiful passage of play. Just changed the direction with it totally. And that, good finish from Lockie McLeod was a ripper.
Louis gets slot into the kangaroo for some.
Of course he could.
Who in this competition? Who would be the best player on both sides of their body? I reckon Carlin's terrific, but Louis Taylor. Taylor is unbelievable on his left boot.
A bit like that Humphreys from Geelong. He's pretty good both feet. You don't know what foot he kicks with.
Wayne Billings used to be good up here, boys.
Cameron was very good at it.
You weren't bad, Tilt, on the opposite.
Hang on, I could get you out of trouble when I needed to. A bit like you, Tommy needed a hand in the race. Got to have a bit of fun on the footy, boys.
Here goes Cody now for the Blues. It's been a quarter dominated here by Terang Mortlake. They've got some numbers around that one, but I just love that football. They swung it out that far side, then the Bloods, they found the overlap football, and it was a great 70-metre goal in the end for McLeod.
Yeah, it was.
And they've
Luke Cody's going up the ground a little bit here. Reggie Masters coming a bit deep, but trying to get him into the game.
So Weymouth and Hobbs, been a great contest all afternoon. Here goes Fletcher. Had his head ripped off there. Fletcher Timms, free kick will go against Vickers. Resultant free kick will go. He plays on quick in a bid made. Left foot goes further afield. Look at that. Reading the play. Jeez, he's been good, Joey Arundel. They start thinking, I know it's only early, but Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. He controls the play. Squares it up to Will Maloney. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Gohai, Mick Finnegan, South and Port Fairy. What's the latest, Mick?
Yeah, it's about 11.5 minute mark of the third quarter. Port Fairy 7-8-50. The South Warrnambool 5-5-35.
I can always tell when I go to Mick how up and about he is, whether the Seagulls are going right, and he's up and about. So they're up and about because the Seagulls will be kicking with the wind in the last quarter. So there is a chance there's an upset on the cards at the Gardens Oval, which would be a big result for the Port Fairy Seagulls. Let's continue around the grounds. We'll go to Skeeter Cannon at Bushfield, North Warrnambool Hamilton Kangaroos.
Yeah, Matty, 6.5 minutes into the third quarter, and it's North Warrnambool 6-6-42. Bleeding Hamilton 1-7-13.
Not reaching any heights that game, I reckon, Skeet, by the angst in your voice, I reckon.
It's a KO mini one, this, mate.
KO mini. I love it. Let's go to Henry Robertson, Cobden v Portland. What's the latest over there, mate?
We're 10-minute mark of the third quarter. We've only had one goal kicked to the quarter, but it's to Portland. So Portland 9-11-65, leading Cobden 5-7-37.
Beautifully done, mate. Around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Gohire and Camperdown v Karoid Hilly. What's the latest up at the Lure Oval, buddy?
That one for you, Matthew, as we've got half-time here at the Reed Oval. But at the Lure Oval, as it stands at Nearing the end of the first quarter, Carota leading 2-4-16, Camperdown 1-2-8. So a close game nearing the end of the first term.
And at halftime here, boys, right on the halftime siren, 6-9-45 Terang, Mortlake, 6 straight 36 the Blues. A second quarter dominated by the Bloods, Wiggs and Tilt.
Yeah, look, absolutely. And they'll probably ruin their missed chances, probably the first 7 or 8 minutes. But then I think Buck hit the scoreboard and then they started being able to kick goals rather than points, but it was just based on field position. They're good players. They were having an impact out of the middle. I reckon they won every centre clearance, and the ball started hitting the ground in Terang Mortlake's forward line. And where Warren was mopping that up early in the first quarter, Terang Mortlake turned the tables there and started looking dangerous. So. And Tildy mentioned it, Joe Arundel, Louis Taylor, Scotty Carlin have been outstanding. So, and then that goal, Lockie McLeod kicked in the last quarter. The big fella is just brought up an absolute afternoon. Stewie's lost the plot.
I'm on my way, boys. I'm on my way.
Hey, stay down there,
Tildy. Quick, Scotty. So.
Hey, listen, boys, let's take a break. Half-time, of course, is brought to you all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. They do the best chips and gravy in Australia, and they do everything else in between as well. It is magnificent. Rookie catches up with Jackie Arundel. It is a half-time bake at the break. All thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The world's #1 training method is at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness. High altitude and oxygen training. Just add these to your training and feel the results. Find out more at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness, Homemaker Centre, Warrnambool.
Dr. Xavier McKinnon here from the locally owned and operated Hampden Vet Clinic. We're now in Warrnambool and we're ready to look after your farm animals and available 24/7 if you need us. Pregnancy testing, lame cows, calf disbudding, we do it all.
Hampden Vets. Give them a call. They're good at what they do.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
and those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Hampton League Live.
For Warrnambool Nissan, Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Luke Williams Real Estate and Pearson's Nursery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Good afternoon, welcome back to Hampton League Live. It's Lockie Rook here and it's time to crown our netballer of the week. This is all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. Massive thanks to Crawley's for jumping on board and supporting our local netballers. And we only need a short drive from Crawley's to find our netballer of the week. This is for back in round 8, which feels like forever ago, a couple of weeks ago, from the Terang Mortlake Bloods. The co-captain of our open side, of their open side, is our netballer of the week, Jackie Arundel. Hello, Jackie.
Hey, Lucky, you going?
I'm fantastic. Firstly, congratulations. Just a stone's throw away for you to head to Crawley's.
Yeah, it works out well.
And I'm sure over the journey, Crawley's much loved in the Terang community. There would have been plenty of trips to Crawley's over the years for you and, of course, the Bloods family.
Yeah, actually, me, auntie, and uncle that own it. So, actually, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now, I promise then, I'll just show, this is not an inside job that Jackie's won. We should point that out, but that's easy. You might actually get a double voucher. Just ask nicely, I reckon. Nah, you'll be fine. Hey, Jackie, I know I mentioned a couple of weeks ago was round 8. Feels like forever ago, but take us through a great win, 58-47 over the North Warrnambool Eagles. That's a really, really nice confidence booster for the Eagles, who probably haven't started the year great, but have been playing some good netball in patches.
Yeah, it was really good. They were a tough opposition, which I think us girls just really started to gel together. We've got a good side when, we all work well together. I just felt like it finally worked out and, got a good win, which is great.
Yeah, and I think we're probably only looking from the results, I suppose, from that point of view. 3 wins on the board at nearly the halfway mark of the season. Some great wins. That first win against Camperdown too. Has it been a bit of feeling out the side over those first few weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. Just sorting out the players that we have. And we've had a few players come back and just a few different changes, which, just need to start working through. And I think once we gel together, we've got a good, strong side, and there's no reason we can't get a few more wins on the board.
And tell us about those players that have come back. How have they slotted into the Blood side again, especially as they're returning players? That must always be nice.
Yeah, so we've had Johanna Glennon come back. She was away for a while. She's in that wing defence role, and she's just really tough. I don't think anyone likes playing against her. She's just that really whippy little annoying wing defence that no one wants to play on. We just had a sort of injuries and different things where people have been out here and there. But, other than that, just working through and, sorting it out really as we go.
And Kim Grundy being in her second season as head coach as well, that must be nice for the stability of the team too, to keep that core group and that leadership from Kim.
Yeah, it is. Kim's great, and she's always really positive with us, and always backs us in. And even when we've only had the 3 wins, but she always gets behind us and supports us, and she does a great job.
And for yourself as well, highest goal haul for the season with 27 goals. So how are you feeling in your role at the club and on the court at the minute?
Not too bad. As I said, just take each week as it comes, and mainly as a goalie, just hoping those goals drop every week and keeping your fitness up, I'd say, yeah.
It's funny, we were talking about in terms of fitness and the youthfulness that is coming through the league. That must be great to see too, because I know you've been around Terang Mortlake for a long time, but I think, has the game evolved, and does it seem to be getting quicker as well, because it looks like it from the outside?
Yeah, definitely. I don't really think it's physical netball, a non-contact sport anymore. It's very physical as well. But, it's definitely evolved. I feel like I was 16 yesterday, I'm now 27, so like going being one of the younger ones and now being the older ones, it's definitely got a lot faster, or I've got slower, one or the other.
I think it's got faster because, and honestly, if you're calling yourself one of the older ones at 27, it's funny. We were talking about this with M. Kameen at the start of the season. I think she's only 26 and the oldest in that Koroit Saints side. There's so much youth coming through now, Jackie.
Yeah, there is. There's some really strong juniors coming through, which is great for the whole league, and good to see. Like, yeah, it's going to be very strong in the next few years, I'd say.
What about your time at the Terang Mortlake Bloods? A lifelong blood yourself. That must be really special to have that, I suppose, as a part of your netballing journey. But tell us about your career and how it's progressed.
It is special, but I feel like it's easy because I just, love the club and have never really thought of even going anywhere else. I've been at Terang Mortlake since started playing netball like 13, then started playing the senior netball about 15 or 16. It's a great club to be around. Everyone's really friendly. And, obviously love winning, but, main part is having fun while we're doing it. Yeah, for sure. And I think as well, I mean, it's great that you can be a lifelong blood, but for you, and that probably leads into my next question, what's the club been like for you as a person just to be around over the last few years? It's like a second family, really. It's just easy, like, you go in there and you're going to see all your friends. I've never really thought, but I don't really want to go play netball. Like, it's never been like that. It's just, and you know most people that are there, but even the new ones coming through, like, it's great to see the juniors and all that coming through, like, watching them. It's great. I really love it. And I know, obviously, this round number 9 this weekend is Farmer Acknowledgement Round. Terang Mortlake, of course, such a strong farming community and such a close-knit community. How have the vibes been around the club over the last few weeks? Because I'm sure there's been a lot of people inside the club that are doing it tough, but the footy netball club may have been a bit of relief for them. It's been definitely tough for a few. I'm actually a vet nurse as well, so I've been around a lot of different farmers. I think it's really good for them to have that outlet as well, and just maybe not think about it for that have a couple of hours, or if they go into the footy rooms on a Thursday night. I think it's really important to get that outlet and maybe just keep their mind off it for a few hours and go talk about something else. What about for the rest of the year for the Terang Mortlake Bloods? I mentioned you co-captain of the open side, still in well and truly with a few more wins in this second half, or I suppose third quarter of the season. What do the next few weeks look like for the Bloods, and what are you aiming to achieve? Got a few more rounds coming up that are going to be tough. I don't think there's any week that you rock up and think, oh, this is going to be easy. Like, there's no week that there is anyone that's weaker. So just taking one week at a time and just really trying to gel together as a side. I think, as you said, the last round against North Warrnambool, we just really got around each other, and it showed on the court. And, it just looked a lot more confident out there. So if we just keep going out with confidence and see what we can do. Well, we wish you all the very best for the rest of the 2025 season. Thank you so much for jumping on and having a chat, and congratulations, Jackie, on being a netballer of the week for round number 8. Thanks very much, Lockie.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool, and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop.
Ness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Bade Ness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Have you been injured at work, in a public place or in a motor vehicle accident? Let us help you secure the compensation you deserve. Madden's Lawyers, with you every step of the way.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampton League Live.
For Bade Ness Rural, Southwest Conveyancing, Rafferty's Tavern, Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Greg Allen Farm Machinery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Great half time, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. And didn't we get looked after by the great Gibbo up here? He's looked after us magnificently well. And that afternoon tea was one for the ages. And we've even got burgers and steak singers and sausages to come.
Yep, of course, courtesy of Josh Boulders and the Under-14 Warrnambool Footy Club barbecue. So, great. Yeah, won't need any tea tonight. So, big second half coming up though. Really
massive
big
second half. Lights are on here too at the Root Oval. So at half time and plays about to get underway for this third quarter. It's an 11-point lead to Terang Mortlake.
So the big man will go at it once again. It's Hobbs up against Weymouth and into the hands of Carl, and they'll go to half forward. Out in front was Heffernan. Chasing the football on that outer side wing is Louis Taylor up against Liam Bidmaid. Just kept his cool there, Louis Taylor. Moved it forward through the hands of Arts. They got it through a little chip kick towards half forward. Buck presents nicely. Looks to centre the handball. Socket off the ground there by Jai Turlin, only as far as Joey Arundel. It's been a hard end to kick goals here this afternoon, and it was a beautiful kick to McLeod. So he'll go inside forward 50. Carlin, the one he wants, didn't quite get there in the end. Zay Vickers got the handball out just. Into trouble there was Carl, and he was trying to spin out of it and get loose from Weymouth, but he's inside 50, and they give the Bloods themselves a chance.
Similar to the first quarter, Terang Mortlake first couple of minutes inside 50, and then Warrnambool went really quickly the other way.
So Bloods doing the attacking to start this third quarter. Free kick's been plucked out. Going to go to Jai Turlin. He's been good for the Blues all afternoon. Has little Cyril. His kick was cut off, I guess, who? Joey Arundel. Oh, goes in looking for Taylor. Good contest. Handball comes forward. On the end of it, McLeod. He's already kicked one. High up and under. Going back, and Buck takes a nice mark. He's deep in the forward pocket on a really tight angle. He's going to bend this like Beckham. A little snap around the body. It's certainly kickable. He's kicked one already today, big Reece Buck. And this will be his second. This will be a perfect start for the Bloods in this third term if he can kick it. So Reece Buck taking his time, plays on, swings around, right foot snap, goal! Lucas Brothers snag of the day, and the fans downstairs loved it, and so did Reece Buck. And the Bloods, they extend their lead at the start of this third quarter. And Terang Mortlake go to 7-9-51. The Blues 6 straight, 36. National Tile scoreboard, and that is a great start for Terang Mortlake.
Yeah, look, it is. It was interesting. I think Warrnambool, even though they were kicking with the scoring in, I reckon they started with 5 forwards, or it might have been Terang Mortlake starting with a spare, but they need to get on Joe Arundel. Warrnambool need to put a bit of time into him. He cut off 2 in the middle there, and then caused that or created that inside, well, both inside 50, so they need to put a bit of time into him. He's just running around with no one on him at the moment.
Hobbs, Weymouth, the palm down, very good to Dewey, but he's wrapped up by the tackling machine in ex-Vickers for the Bloods.
How many today, Hilly?
Oh, I reckon he's had 6 or 7, so he's certainly cracked the ton. Here's Turlin, just a long kick towards half forward. Presenting there for the Blues was Mast, and he did well. Handball to Morgan Morris, inside forward 50. Clean bowls a few. Over the top, Angus Lowe. Soccer kick towards goal, but a minor score for the Blues. So they go to 6-1, their first blemish, 37 on the National Tile scoreboard, 7-9-51 Terang Mortlake. 3 minutes gone, all thanks to Lee Contracting. And the Bloods through Wareham, who looks like he might spend a bit of time in the defensive end, as that's been the scoring end this afternoon for this game between the Terang Mortlake Bloods and the Warrnambool Blues.
Can I just ask Scotty Carter downstairs, Tilt, is the wind still as strong as it was in the second term, buddy?
Close to it, Stewie. I still think it's a good 3 to 4 goal breeze, mate.
Beautifully done. Stake Sanger coming your way too, mate.
Lovely, mate. I'll know what to do with that.
You'll devour that big fella. Picked up, that was a good pick up too by Morgan. Off one step, kicks, but it goes out of bounds.
You'd be thinking that Warrnambool would at least, like if it's even at 3/4 time, you're thinking the wind's too strong for Mortlake, so they'd have to be at least a couple of goals up.
20 points, I reckon, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, just it's going to be a big 10 or 15 minutes for the Blues to get back into this contest, I reckon. Here goes Scotty Carlin. Geez, he's been good. Kicks out further afield. Nice little kick it was too. Here's Crawley. So the Blood's happy just to chip it around and play a little bit of possession football. He's got Arundel if he wants to square it back up, back in the goal square, and does. Chooses to go that way. So Joey Arundel, he's racked him and stacked him this afternoon. Beautiful kick. Look at that to the coach in Taylor to Wareham. Wareham now. He kicks over the top to Jack Fowler. This kid's been good today.
Been really good.
I loved his game. Played on this wing. Just sets it up. Oh, yeah, that's a nice little chip kick over the top to Vickers. That's Tyler. Wiggsy touched on earlier. He's had a great 2025. He just chips it further afield, looking for his brother. Got tunnelled. And the free kick will go to his brother Xavier Vickers, who's a little bit ginger getting up too. So he's on centre wing. Wants to play on and creep a bit of ground. Hobbs gets back. Good fist over the top by Timms. Here goes Tyler Vickers. Just crashes through. Oh, well done there by Reeves. Snap around the body. Bouncing football. Hits the post. Just having a little bit of trouble down there. Just with that little ground mic all of a sudden in this third term. Free kick far out of side. Going to go to the Blues and Reggie Mast.
So Reggie Mast, he's up the ground. Just come out a little bit with a different purpose, haven't they? The Bloods since quarter time. Weeks, they just, a bit more structured.
Dominating possession, using the ball. Their kick mark's working for them, so they're playing the quarter really well.
Mast will go long towards half forward, and the free kick will go to the Blues. I reckon there was some unnecessary hanging on to, was either Bidmate or Cody, and Cody. So he's within range. He's going to play on. High up and under kick. Low will be a target. Morgan Morris will be another one. Here comes Steers. Spins out of trouble. Looks to get it out of his hands, but he's been pinged for holding the ball. And a great tackle there. So they're just winning the one-on-one contest for mine too, the Bloods.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like, and Steers looks like he's going forward, trying to give him a bit of a ball hits the ground, bit of a few tricks, bit crafty.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the Stradbroke handicap, they've just crossed the line to the Group 1 up at Eagle Farm today, and I reckon it might be War Machine getting the job done.
Favourite, Stewie?
Favourite backers will be happy, mate. Got out to a pretty ridiculous price in the end, this horse. I think that's 3 on the bounce for War Machine. Just waiting for official numbers to come up here, Tilt, but I think he's going to get the job done. Let's go around the grounds. All thanks to Matt Go High. Mick Finnegan, Port Fairy South. What's the latest, Mickey? No, we might come back. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon, who's out at Bushfield. North Warrnambool Eagles taking on the Hamilton Kangaroos. What's the latest out there, Skeet?
Yeah, 3/4 time here, Matty. It's North Warrnambool 10-8-68 leading Hamilton 2-8-20.
Beautifully done, Skeet. Let's go to Henry Robertson of Portland. Portland v Cobden. What's the latest over there, mate?
G'day, boys. We've just started the fourth quarter, but it was a 4-1 third quarter for Portland. So Portland 12-14-86, leading Cobden 6-9-45.
So the Tigers look like they will get the job done over there. North Warrnambool will get the job done over the Hamilton Kangaroos, and we might try and get Mick Finnegan back on the line and see what we can find out, because that is the close one over the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. We believe that the Seagulls will be kicking with a breeze in the final quarter too. So let's go to Mick Finnegan now. Mick, what's the latest, buddy?
Yeah, we just started the fourth quarter. Port Fairy opened up with the goal 9-8-62 Port Fairy to 6-8-44 South Warrnambool.
And a strong breeze over there, Mick?
It'd probably be a 2 to 3 goal breeze if used properly. Yeah, so Port Fairy kicking with the breeze.
Tell you what,
Port Fairy looking pretty good, mate. Yeah.
Oh, good on you, mate. That'll be a big win and a big upset. Hey, Koroit Saints, they're 4-6-30, leading Camperdown 2-2-14, and that is all thanks to Matt Cohire. That is the result that we're probably talking about at the moment. If the Seagulls can get the job done against the Roosters, boys.
Yeah, interesting one. Wait, see what happens. That'd be
bringing them into Final Five contention, boys.
Well, I'd have to have a look at the ladder, Tildy, but
they were on 3 wins.
Yeah, they were 2 games out from third and a game outside the top 5. So, yeah, well and truly in contention. So inside forward 50 for the Blues. It's 6-1-37 to 7-10-52. 15 points the margin. 9 minutes gone on the league contracting time clock. A big swat there from Radley, and I reckon the Bloods are going to be happy to concede a minor score here through the hands of Wareham. So short kick, beautiful from Arundel, goes to Maloney. He'll go further down the ground. They're just finding some good width and space, aren't they, at the moment, Titwigs?
Yeah, look, they are. They're really back in their kicking game. Like they're prepared with kicking into a strong breeze to kick it back into the middle of the ground, kick it across ground. And that's taken just time off the clock. So they're playing a really good mature third quarter into the breeze.
So a bit of a turnover there from the Bloods. In there is Heffernan, unable to get it out, and we'll have a stoppage on true centre wing. So 14 points the margin.
Gee whiz, have a look at these sausages, boys. Fair dinkum.
I can't see them.
We've ate for Australia up here today. It has been unbelievable, to be honest.
No, all good, thanks, mate.
Oh, he's looked after his piggy, mate.
I'd be right too, Pig, down here, mate.
No, he's got one for you, Tilt. He's bringing it down here. Don't worry. He's got
I'm
two
having a little Kermit tonight.
Good on you, mate.
See, I'll put on 5 kilos here today. Look at Jackson Bell just barging through the pack there, the big man. Oh, he's been pinged for holding the pill.
Yeah, tell you what, boy. Bloods have really cleaned up their kicking compared to the first quarter, haven't they?
Yeah. No, you're right.
It was turnover after turnover in the first quarter.
Well, Bernie Harris, he said that to you, didn't he?
Description along those lines.
Buck flies are going back. That's a nice contested mark again by Big Dan Weymouth. It's 3 contested marks. I can count the Savo for the big Opie. Squares it up to Jackson Bell. Bell's got a player inboard, which is Manane. Good kick. Nice mark in the end. So Manane, he goes further afield. Bid made. That's Liam's the target. Well done there by Slater. Wrapped up in a tackle, holding the pill. He's going to be pinged, and the free kick will go to Liam Bidmate, who wants to swing and play on quickly. 1-on-1. Will it bounce over the back? Getting back with numbers. Bouncing football. Reggie can't quite grab her, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we will have a ball up.
Yeah, look, quite predictable there. They're not they're kicking the top of the goal square. I reckon Terang Mortlake, they're probably onto that. They've got at least probably one, maybe a couple sort of sitting back there. So first quarter they're probably either marking or hit the ground or one-on-one. Now Terang Mortlake, more numbers there, tied in it up.
They're clogging up the space. Definitely not as much room to work into. They're having to be a little more crafty. Just watch that sauce, big fella on the jumper. Here comes Buck. Beautiful mark.
Should be 50.
I was thinking the same thing there, mate.
Fraction a little bit late. So Buck goes and finds Vickers. Vickers lifted a cog since quarter time.
Yep.
He's been terrific.
I reckon Buck's been impressive too.
Yeah, good player and just so versatile for where you can put him as well, whether it's up the ground or deep forward. So Vickers just pokes it out in front, looking for Carlin. Second bite of the cherry and he takes it. So a nice little build up here from the Bloods. They lead by 14, 7-10-52 to 6-2-38. 12 and a half minutes gone. Carlin, short kick.
Bloody good snag, boys. Josh Walters and Piggy made have done an absolute treat.
Short again, so they're not.
Warrnambool need to improve their accountability, just letting them kick mark while Warrnambool's got the brace.
So Carlin again, he'll go in the left boot. Buck will be the one that flies. Wouldn't bring it down in the end. They're hustling, trying to get it out there, the Blues, and here's Zach Dwyer, and he'll just go the big dump kick. And he gets a fair bit of purchase on the kick as well. Arundel trying to stop things. Coming in was Cody, and evading them all was Arundel. And geez, he's crafty, he's good. And look at that for a kick.
He's a star, that kid. He is an absolute starter, Vickers. That's Tyler out further afield to Louis. He just steps through some traffic now, gives the handball, one of the 1-2. Wasn't on in the end. Wrapped up, umpire says no prior opportunity, and we will have a ball up.
So Joe Arundel's just sitting back there, and they're going to kick it long. He'll be just getting on the end of it, I would think.
You got to man him up first and foremost, don't you? You know, you got to make him accountable.
There's no one on him
because he's the best swing player in the comp. So here we go. The Blood's got a free kick. Oh, Buck's on the end of it. Geez, he's proven dangerous.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I reckon ever since Cowling's gone off the ground, I know really. It's really unsettled the back six here for the Blues.
Absolutely.
So Buck's going to go back and have a shot directly in front to extend this Bloods lead, kicking into the breeze in this third quarter. Reece Buck, this is for his third of the afternoon. I reckon that might be Uggy Fowler, the runner, actually, for the Bloods. The beanie on. The Brant John Deere, no fear on the top. Here he comes in. Reece Buck comes in. Kicks on its way, pulls it to the left, goes through for a minor score. So 7-11-53 Terang Mortlake. 6-2-38 the Blues. What do they need to do here, Wiggs?
Well, this kick will go long. So, yeah, look, Warner will just, again, their kick at long was working for them, but Terang Mortlake have adjusted to it. So now they've got spare players back. So Warner will probably need to either chain out a little bit or they need to push numbers forward of the ball to make it one-on-one. So at the moment, they've probably got one, maybe two free, Terang Mortlake in their back 50.
Been a great farmers round thus far. Here goes Louis Taylor again on the end of one. Kicks it further afield. Bouncing football now. Blood's getting numbers at the contest. McLeod's one of them. Left foot snap around the body. Minor score. Gee whiz, he's dangerous too, McLeod.
Yeah, good little player. First time I've seen him, but came across from Pam Muir. But, he looks dangerous.
He does look dangerous. So just the Blues back six now all of a sudden under siege. Jackson Bell says, I'm going to take it upon myself. I'm going to go long and strong, but it's going to come straight back. That kick hits Harvey Roberts, who kicks inboard, and he finds a teammate in Xavier Vickers. Probably a little bit far out for mine kicking into this breeze. He's going to have to kick from about 45.
He'll just take some time for clock. They'll get numbers forward. If it doesn't make the distance, just try and force stoppages.
If they go in with this lead at three-quarter time, it's going to be hard for
Warner will have to, but like we said, Tildy felt 20 points, but they haven't kicked a goal yet this quarter, Warrnambool, and we're 16 minutes in.
Here he comes, Xavier Vickers. I tell you what, he strikes it well, sits up, Buck's gonna fly, couldn't pull it down. Reeves at the bottom of the pack, coming through. Oh, could have been taken without it. Umpire says no. Buck in there again. Handball comes out. Reeves, he's in there. Kick off the ground. Hobbs gets a back to Tyler Vickers. Left foot snap. High up and under. Blues got plenty of numbers back. And that was a nice mark in the end. And I reckon that might be Hugo Arts, who plays on quickly. Just goes through the hands that time of Norton. The kick just missed the target. The ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a ball up. Tildy, how's the steak singer downstairs, mate? Our snags and sangers have been magnificent up here.
Very good. Very, very good, boys. Yeah, no complaints at all. I agree with what Wixie's saying. Like, the Blues are a couple of goals down, kicking with the Bruce halfway through the third quarter. You've got to even it up. You can't just afford to have Joe Runnell sitting by himself here. And Hobbs and another guy. It's like a 6-on-3 situation going forward.
Reggie Mast, a chain of handballs, and he looks to go to half forward. He goes out the back. Free kick, Luke Cody. Oh, no, hanging on to Sam Crawley.
Done a good job, Sam Crawley, since quarter time.
Yeah, really locked down on the dangerous goal kicker who's leading the Hampton League goal kicking table with 34 majors. So it was a 50-50 there. Both were sort of hanging on to one another.
And they're just going to chip it around here, Terang. Well, like, Warrnambool need their accountability needs to be better.
Arundel.
It's rolling back.
He's had a heap of it too.
Oh.
He's just had a plethora of the football this afternoon, and he'll go short via foot. Good one. And their short kick's been efficient. They've just chipped, and then they've obviously gone when they've needed to. So it's going to go back to Arundel, who's just standing all by himself. He'll go switching the kick inside his defensive 50. All high up and under kick from Wareham. It's going to make Roberts work, but he's good enough to take the chest mark. He'll go short over the top to Zeke Reeves. He's got the height advantage. Handballs to Carlin. Carlin looking to go back onto the left boot. Goes towards half forward to Taylor. Bell with the intercepted mark almost. Reading it best was Louis Taylor. On the left boot. Kicks in towards the pocket. And a nice mark taken in the end by Sam Carter, who's one of those young, exciting, emerging players for the Blues.
Good kick.
Great kick to Reggie Marr. Still inside his defensive 50. But they've done well since quarter time. Just the way they've set up defensively and not allowing Warrnambool to get that width and space. Sam Wareham on the end of it. Draws in Arundel, who's just had another disposal. Who'll be looking at leading in this game, I reckon. He's had a lot of it this afternoon. The paddle on to Vickers was good. Handball Xavier Vickers under pressure. And Harry McNamara just dropped short. Paddled it forward, looking for Morgan. Taylor's in there for Terang Mortlake. Hobbs works hard, feeds it out. McLeod with a check side. Goes across the face of goal, out of bounds on the full, and a free kick for the Warrnambool Blues.
Just about every time Warrnambool coming out of their back 50, now they're kicking on an outnumber because it's becoming quite predictable. So that one, Reggie Mast, that's going all 1v2 Terang Mortlake's way. So they're set up behind the ball. Terang Mortlake's been really good.
They've certainly they've adjusted since quarter time, that's for sure. And this bloke's been a massive part of it, Scotty Carlin. He's the king of Darwin. Plays on quickly now. He kicks it further afield. Vickers is the target. Oh, that was courageous by Steer. Should have got a free kick for mine. He's a little bit ginger. Snap around the body. They're looking for touched. But it is a goal. And that is Maxie Heffernan. Great opportunistic goal. He's only a young kid, son of Sammy. And that was an absolute beautiful finish. And that was a great goal. And the Bloods go to 8-12-60. They lead Warrnambool 6-2, 38. And Wigsy, they are playing some good footy here, the Bloods at the moment.
Yeah, good Year 11 Mercy Regional College student, Max Heffernan, from a good football and family. But
I seen this young kid. We seen him play on Anzac Day.
Yes.
And I thought he was really good. He kicked a couple of nice goals.
Yeah, good player.
Good
loves his footy, but they could not have been more impressive, Terang Mortlake, this quarter. Set up behind the ball, and I love the way they're willing to back their skills and kick it across the ground when you've got a howling wind in your face, kick it across the ground, and they played it really well.
Here's Mast inside the centre, looking to feed it out to Turlin. Free kick's going to go to Jai Turlin, and he's going to play on. Inside 50 he goes. They're out in front. Nice mark taken there by Tanner. That's Will Tanner. And he'll go just along the wing, he was looking for Vickers, but it just fell into the hands of Reggie Mast in the end. So they'll go corridor, Turlin, centre half forward. Smart kick finds Manane. And he'll look to play on and kicking towards the pocket of Cody territory. Good diving mark from Luke Cody. He had to stretch. He used his pace. And they need this one, the Warrnambool Blues.
Yeah, absolutely. That was probably... they kicked it back inside and out the other side and away from the Terang Mortlake numbers. But this important kick.
7 goals to 1 since quarter time in favour of Terang Mortlake. So Cody throws the grass up. There is a bit of a breeze to consider when approaching this kick. 25 metres, 45-degree angle. Very important kick to reduce the margin back to 16 points. Comes in and has pushed it to the right, and it will be a minor score. So the Blues, 6-3-39. They trail Terang Mortlake 8-12-60. 21 minutes gone, third term. Tildy Carter on the boundary, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Just had all the answers, haven't they? The Bloods, virtually since quarter time. I think, what are the Blues kicked? 1 goal since quarter time?
Yeah, they have, mate.
Yeah, so they've got all the answers. I mean, what have we got? Probably 6 or 7 minutes to go in this quarter. They need to hit the scoreboard in a hurry now, the Blues.
1-3 since quarter time for the Blues, where it's been 7 goals, 8 for the Bloods.
Terang's Mortlake's credit, boys. After the way they kicked the ball in the first quarter, it takes a lot of character to keep taking it on and kicking into the Breeze after you've had a horror first quarter.
I'll tell you what, that's a Brant John Deere mark of the day, contender too from Reece Buck. He's been magnificent this afternoon. He's been great, the young kid. There's McCarthy, gets it on to Timms. He gathers, taken high again. Free kick. And that goes against Reeves that time. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Hi, Mick Finnegan, South V Port Fairy at the Gardens. What's the latest, Mick?
Yeah, 17-minute mark, and Port Fairy in fairly good control here. 11-10-76 to South Warrnambool 7-8-50.
Well, the Seagulls look like they are going to get the job done, and that will be a big scalp for them. And back here, I reckon it's Reggie Mast, is it? Big Reggie, yes it is. He's pulled in a nice grab. Real good grab. And he'll go back and have a shot and try and break this margin back for the Warrnambool Football Club. We'll continue around the grounds in just a sec. So Big Reggie comes in, left foot kick on its way. Oh, it doesn't come back enough. Goes through for a minor score. So the Blues 6-4-40. Terang Mortlake 8-12-60. National Tile scoreboard. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon, North Warrnambool, taking on the Hamilton Kangaroo Skeet. She's all over at Bushfield.
We're 13 minutes into the last quarter, Matty, and she's all over. It's North Warrnambool 10-10-70, leading Hamilton 2-8-20.
Beautifully done, Skeet. Let's go to Henry Robertson over at Hanlon Park, Portland. The Tigers taking on the Bombers. What's the latest there, mate?
18-minute mark in the fourth quarter. It's Portland 16-15-111, leading Cobden 7-11-53. So all over here too, boys.
Beautifully done, Henry. And Camperdown v Keroit.
Half-time
at the Lure Oval. The Saints 4-7-31. Camperdown 3-3-21.
Okay.
So game on still up there. And that is all thanks to Matco Hire. Giants got the job done over the Brisbane Lions too, boys.
Yeah, good win, especially against the Lions, who have been in pretty good form as well. So ball thrown up. Vickers, Xavier in there amongst the contest. A bit of a scrimmage, push and shove. We'll have a stoppage about 30 metres out from the Warrnambool goal. So they've had some control of their forward 50s, but it's just not translating into
it's not like the first quarter Warrnambool scoring from these. So Terang Mortlake they've definitely tightened up, readjusted.
So here they go through steer, left foot snap towards goal. It's going to hold its line and a minor score. So 6-5-41, 8-12-60, 19 points the margin, 25 gone. Tildy, we'll go to you.
I tell you what, there's plenty of numbers around the footy then, boys, wasn't there? There wasn't a player within 120 metres of the Bloods' goal there on that occasion. They're just happy to ice the clock here a bit in the last couple of minutes here. They'll just try to knock the footy around a little bit.
So, have you got an update on Sammy Cowling? Is it serious or...?
I'm not sure how serious, mate. He had the hoodie and that on before half-time, the boots off, so definitely no more further part in the game. And it's going to be an interesting one going forward, boys, because even though it didn't look like a break or anything like that, you know what ankles are like. They can linger for a while.
Yeah. Important player to their lineup too. Dump kick inside 50. Maloney jumps at it and just lurking around as he has been all day by himself was Arundel. They'll draw the play, the handball out, bounces favourably for Buck, goes further down the line looking for Zay Vickers. He'll have to take on Carter. Vickers paddles it on, his brother's there to assist, does it again, works the handball out to Carlin, to Taylor, looking for that faint little deft tap on, but the siren beats them all. 3-quarter time, and a very good quarter there from the Bloods once again. 8-12-60 they lead to 6-5-41 the Warrnambool Blues. 19 points the margin at 3-quarter time. Interesting to see what happens early on in this final term.
Well, we said they had to be at least level, so they're starting from 19 points down, kicking into the wind. So you'd be thinking Danny O'Keefe will probably go, right, we need to run it. We need to probably lower our eyes again. They would just be... We knew they were going to kick long. We knew that, but it just became awfully predictable. And then Terang Mortlake just readjusted, just sat behind the ball, just, okay, you're going to kick it long. And every time I went in there, other than that one that Luke Cody got out the fat side, they were outnumbered, Warrnambool, and Terang Mortlake brought it to ground, and then they just sort of chipped around, time for the clock, kicked a couple of goals into the breeze. Warrnambool missed a couple of opportunities, and hard to see Warrnambool coming back from here unless they load up and really, okay, take on the corridor, run and carry, lower your eyes. But again, this is the way they've been playing. But Terang Mortlake, really impressive.
Hey, Wiggsy, I know it's probably exaggerated on a windy day, but do you think the style of footy the Blues are playing, do you think that plays into the hand of someone who can read the game well and be a spare man in defence?
Well, yeah, absolutely, Tildy. Like if you're gonna leave someone free, the Warrnambool forwards at least need to go up and go, okay, well, I'm playing on whoever, but Joel Rundle's a really good. Go up and at least make a 1-on-2. But you just can't. And then they were just rolling back. They just rolled back and kept rolling across, backwards and forwards across the ground, without actually pushing up and getting onto Terang Mortlake free players, because they just kept chipping across and back and just taking time off the clock. So, yeah, again, it looked pretty predictable.
Now, I'll tell you what, we're going to go and take a break because Wiggsy is waiting patiently to get into this ad break and smack this steak sanger down.
Oh, very nice.
It's cold now.
He's been putting his hand on those little hands of his, Tony. They've just been caressing it for the last 10 or 15 minutes. He's been just massaging it.
Compliments to the old mates, Walters and mate. Very well done, boys.
They've looked after us unbelievably well.
Yeah,
it was well
been
cooked.
great.
That sausage was one of the better ones I've had for a while.
Well, it would have been on the stove for about 100 hours, I reckon, for you, big fella.
I love it, boys. Hey, listen, let's take a break. We'll come back with more right after this. Final quarter action on the other side.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool, and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
It's a place for the coaches,
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
the defenders,
Oi. Ooh.
and those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
This autumn at Pearson's Nursery in Allensford, you'll find a stunning selection of vibrant, locally grown annuals and perennials. It's easy to see why Pearson's Nursery is one of the Southwest's best kept secrets. Visit Pearson's Nursery, Growers Road, Allensford, and discover the difference.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Delicious meals, kids' playroom, function room, big screen TV, sports, live music, courtesy bus. Rafferty's Tavern has something for the whole family. Become a Hump member for special discounts at the Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. Whatever the occasion, make it memorable at Rafferty's Tavern.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Hampton League Live.
For McDonald's, Warrnambool Eastern Central, MGA Insurance, the Hampton Vet Clinic and Lucas Brothers Butchers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Final quarter underway here. Going to be a big final quarter for the Blues. They trail by 19 points. Tildy Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement. What was the message at 3/4 time, buddy?
Blood's message, mate. They really emphasise just how important this game is to them. Just that this game can really set their season up, and they're up and about and playing with plenty of confidence, the Bloods, aren't they?
I'll tell you what, 26 points. Port Fairy up on South Warrnambool too. If you're joining us for the first time, not long to play in that game and the Garden's over. That'll be a big win for the Port Fairy Seagulls. Upsetting the second place in the ladder, Roosters. Here go the Bloods into attack once again. Gathered by Wareham, bouncing football, goes forward. Buck nearly grabbed it. Picked up, just stepping through a bit of traffic there. Good play by Tanner. Swings under the right boot, goes through for a minor score. So first score of this final quarter goes to the Bloods. They go to 8-13-61, 6-5-41 the Blues. National Tile scoreboard.
Nearly finished that hamburger.
How'd you go, Wiggs?
But yeah, I'm full. Interesting. Warrnambool started with a 5-man forward line, 7-man defence, and that again, like Harvey Roberts was free. Now within 2 minutes, Joe Rundle's running around with no one on him. So not sure about that. Like you're kicking into the breeze, you're going to have to score to win. So, yeah, again, it's just. There he is standing in the middle of the ground still on his own.
He's been terrific. If you were to sort of narrow it down on your top four of your best on ground so far, who would be the four you'd be names?
Pretty straightforward. I think your top three, because I reckon Carlin, Louis Taylor and Joe Rundle have been out, and then you throw Reece Buck. So those four are jumping out at me. In terms of Warrnambool, I reckon their midfield's been pretty well held. So forward line hasn't been down there a lot. So...
Steer looking to steer it out of defensive 50, and it's a great kick to Manane. He'll go on that outer side. He finds Bidmade. So Bidmade goes on that trusty left boot looking for Morgan Morris, but that man just reads it best again, Arundel, and he finds it to Taylor, who stretches and gets the one-hander. He gets it to Carlin. He'll have a shot from 48 metres on the run. Buck!
There's the four, boys.
And there is the first four that Wiggsy was talking about. And Buck takes the top of the 10-yard square. That's unbelievable.
What it was worth, Wiggsy, when you said those four. I absolutely 100% agree, mate. They've been standouts.
Yeah, they have been.
So Reece Buck will have a shot at goal, and he's kicked a couple this afternoon. He's been very dangerous in that forward 50, and he'll kick from directly in front, about 8 metres out, steer on the mark, and he's still coming in very carefully with the way he's approaching his descent into the goal square. Reece Buck comes in, makes no mistake. There's his third. And the Bloods, they go to 9:13.67, leading Warrnambool 6-5-41. That's on the national tile scoreboard. And those four that you mentioned have been absolutely terrific, and that was a great build-up of a goal.
Yeah, no, look, it was. And again, I think with Warrnambool, the instruction would have been, like, let's play on. So Bidmate played on, probably kicked it over the head, and then Arundel got it to Taylor, to Carl, and then to Buck. So... Again, Warrnambool started. Yep, they've got 5 forwards. The free one's Joe Arundel. You've got to have to kick goals to win. I'd be thinking go and have 6 forwards, 6 defenders. Not sure about having a spare at the moment when you're 26 points down.
Here goes Louis Taylor now through the guts again. He's been magnificent. McLeod, right foot snap around the body, kicks the hot spot. Buck's on fire. He's having a bucking beauty.
Look, you like Jai Turlin's off injured, Jackson Bell's off injured, Sam Cowling. So it's they're down manpower, and probably even before the game with no Finn Radley. Terang Mortlake now look like they're filling their boots a bit.
This bloke's got to be in contention for Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, well and truly. Reece Buck. He's just always had this ability to be able to take a game by the throat. And he's done it today. Comes in. Kicks on its way. Goal. Bloods are home. 10-13-73. 6-5-41 the Blues. And after a quarter where they were dominated in that first term, Warrnambool come out and kick 5 straight. It's been all Terang Mortlake since then, hasn't it?
Been super impressive. Into the breeze, even their second quarter when scoreboard pressure against them, didn't panic. I think out of the middle they've been outstanding, like Taylor and Hobbs and Carl, and you got those 3 in there. But they've been really good in their forward line. All of a sudden, Reece Buck probably playing that number one tall forward role has been really impressive.
So versatile. I think of last year when they played the prelim. He was playing in the ruck and on a wing. But to be going play as key forward, terrific player, Reece Buck. And he's been super. 4 goals this afternoon. Tildy Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture.
Could this side be the one that comes out of the pack to make a bit of a challenge to the top 2 boys? I mean, they've got a few players to come back in later in the season.
Yeah, they put their best side on the...
We've got to consistently see it, though, I reckon.
True, that's fair.
They kind of play in runs for mine, like... even the last couple of years, They don't
seem to get them all back at the one stage, do they?
No. So
they'll have someone come in and then someone goes out. But reckon they get them all in.
You got some young talent.
They got a lot of young talent.
Well, you throw in Reardon, Casey, Maloney, a couple of handy ones, Hutchins to come back in, a couple of handy ones.
The 2 Hutchins.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Darcy's just come back from a bit of illness, so
they've got some A-graders that they are going to get back, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because Riley Hutchins, to me, is probably in the best half dozen players in the league now, I think. Yeah.
So the kick out on that outer side wing from Turlin, that was Noah. Tanner looks to put it out in front. Couldn't take the mark, the Bloods. That was Ryan Tanner, but picked up there by Lockie McLeod. A high up and under kick. Almost reading it well there was Zay Vickers. Good tackle there by Reeves. Here's Tyler Vickers, just pokes it up, and he's going to go towards the goal line, but it just floats out of bounds on the full, and a free kick will go to Eamon Radley. Deep right forward pocket down the city end goals here at the Reed Oval, but they've done everything right since quarter time. They were 5 goals straight to 128, a 22-point margin, and since quarter time the Bloods have kicked 9 goals to 1 in a very good performance here at the Reed Oval. So Radley kicks in, the big fly from Mast. He went a little bit prematurely, and the free kick will adjudicate that, and it's going to go either to Hobbs or Roberts. So it's going to be Hobbs, and he's going to go it to Harvey Roberts and plays on from 50. Looks to spear the kick to the top of the square and punched a wheel for a minor score. So a minor score to the Bloods, 10-14-74 to 6-5-41, 33 points the margin.
Yeah, so young Austin Steer, he's got the kick-in duties again here for the Blues.
Tildy, Can you yell out to someone, get on Joe Arundel, please?
Well, it's pretty obvious at the moment, isn't it? He's not the guy I'd be having playing through to the opposition anyway. But anyway,
he got sucked into the contest a bit here. I don't know if he's going to get it, but...
Blues go into attack here. Bid made, looks further afield. Cody, foot race, 2-on-1. Blood's getting numbers back. Cody gathers. Done pretty well there in the end, to be honest. Luke Cody. Little kick off the ground there, a toe poke. Goes and gets it again. Cody Masters in there. He gets a handball to Norton. Back to Turlin. Off one step. High up and under. His brother Bo. Nearly on the end of it. Goes through his hands. Burrowing through there was Carlin. Coming through is Low. He just fends one off. There's Turlin. Quick kick out of the pack. Bouncing football. Will it go out of bounds? Yes, it will. And we'll have a ball up deep in the Ford 50. Lights are on here at the Reed Oval. Super Saturday. So we've got an under-18 game coming up after this. Should be a cracker too. A couple of quality sides.
Have they got guys with the Rebels, the Bloods boys?
Charlie Kennard's
another one. They've got 5 or 6 good players to come in. He goes Reggie off one step. Good goal.
Yep.
Lucas Brothers snag of the day. Reggie's played well. The Blues, they go to 7-5-47. To Terang, Mortlake 10-14-74. It's on the national tile scoreboard. 9 minutes gone on the league contracting time clock. Final quarter weeks.
Yeah, look, good goal there from Reggie Mars. He can play, obviously playing forward this quarter. They probably they've got Low forward as well as Cody. So just a little bit light on for manpower at the moment. Again, with no Cowling.
Jai Turlin's back on.
Yep. Yes. Is Jackson Bell come back on? He's probably the other one. So, but yeah, probably too little too late, you would think.
Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to Macca High. Mick Finnegan, Port Fairy South. The Seagulls got the job done, Mickey.
Yeah, I'm in the race now. Dusty's read at the top. 13-11-89. South Warrnambool 7-9-51.
Gee whiz, that's a good victory,
Who
mate.
kicked the goals, Mick?
Who kicked the goals, Mick?
He gone.
No, he might have gone.
I think it was shared. I see James Edmonds kicked 3, Robinson and Lucas Edmonds 2 each.
Yep.
Then a few singles.
Shared around there, beautifully done. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon. North Warrnambool Eagles comfortably over the Kangaroos, Skeet.
Yeah, mate, in the end it was. It was full-time scores. It's 11-11-77 to have 2-8-20. The big news to come out of this, though, is Nathan Vardy's has done a quad, so he might miss the next month or so.
Oh, that's a big loss. The coach.
Skeeter, did Jordan Dillon start and play in the reserves today?
Yeah. Wixie, he did. He played his first game in the reserves and went all right too. So he played full forward.
He might have to be playing at 2 o'clock maybe next week.
Maybe Juddles might get straight parachuted in for big Vards. So the Eagles will remain undefeated. Let's go to Henry Robertson over at Port Fairy. Reggie Masters slots. Was that Reggie? Jaden Wells slots a nice goal from nothing. So the Blues have got a couple of late ones here. Let's go to Henry Robinson. Portland v Cobden. The Tigers got the job done, mate.
Yeah, too good today, Portland. 16-18-114. Defeated Cobden 7-14-56. You want me rap now, boys? I can do it all if you want.
Give us a rap, mate. Well, we're going. Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, obviously, Portland, they're brand of footy boys, and when they get it out on their terms, they're pretty good to watch. They might do some damage. The better players for them, Tanner Lovell, he's a jet. Jay Moody down back, I thought he was brilliant. Their coach, Lockie Huppets, and young Tom Burns, I thought were the better players. Goal kickers for Portland, Jake Wilson kicked 5, Tom Sharp 3, 2 to Jeffy Gartlett, and then single goal kickers to Daniel Jackson, Jay Moody, Connor Peters, Tom Burns, Jack Walsh and Cody Jones. And the goal kickers for Cobden Bombers, Matty Drayton kicked 2, and single goal kickers to Louis Darcy, Campbell Walsh. So any papers just flowing here, boys. Mickey Coronas, Grady Rook and Matty Kemp. The better players for Cobden were Grady Rook, Sam Thau, Matty Drayton and Matty Kemp. And the 3-2-1 today, all to Portland boys. Tanner Lovell with the 3. 2 to Jay Moody and 1 to young Tom Burns. Was a good player for him today, so Portland way too good, and their brand of footy could do some damage.
Mate, love your work as always, Henry. You go and enjoy that trip home, buddy.
Good on you, boys. Thanks a lot.
Safe travels, mate.
And that is the post-game wrap, all thanks to Conquest Pools and Bojangles Pizza and Pasta.
Right, Stewie, Warrnambool kick another goal here. They're 15 points down.
And they're only at the 13-minute mark of the final quarter. So, there's still a little bit of time. There's probably about 12, 13 minutes to play in this contest, you would imagine. All of a sudden, and I think the wind's dropped off ever so slightly downstairs too. Here goes Reggie Mars trying to create something. Kick off the ground, bouncing football. Just doesn't sit up for McLeod. Wareham tries to just fist it forward. The ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a ball up. Sam Newman interview. Very good today, boys. A lot of positive feedback from Sammy.
He spoke well.
Like it.
Yeah, people liked it.
Says his mind.
He calls it how he sees it. Up on our socials too if you want to recap it.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing how many hits that gets over the next few days. We'll get the rooks to let us know.
That little
next
picture
week.
you put up yesterday had a few hits.
Yeah, correct. So, free kick into the Blues now. They were not without a hope here. Obviously, they need a good 5 or so minutes to bang on a couple of goals to give themselves a chance. So, Angus Lowe inside defensive 50.
He's been pretty good, Lowe.
Yeah, I like him. I reckon he's just an unheralded player who's just does the job for Dan, whether it's forward or back. Hey,
very good player on a heavy deck.
Hey, nice kick there. Bidmay takes a nice mark there. They're out if they can create here. Hugo Arts, half forward. Offering the lead, there was Turlin. Out in front, there is Cody. Goes for the second bite. Oh, he nearly got it. Oh, yes, they play on. Umpire said no. I thought he had enough of it in the end. Maybe the spoil and the first hands come through Sam Crawley, perhaps, but it nearly gave him a good chance to have a shot at goal. So Maloney just sitting back up the goal square, just loose. Free kick, it's going to go to the Bloods. And an infringement up against Darcy Hobbs, who's been terrific once again. And you think about all the ruckmen in the competition, Weeks.
Joe Rundle. Yes.
He's been terrific, hasn't he?
Well, he has been. And you think about under 23 ruckman, and he's probably just about the top of the tree, you'd be thinking. So
he's filled out a bit too, hasn't he? Like he's built up and
he doesn't get a lot of it around the ground, but not many ruckmen do, to be honest.
He creates a contest all the time, doesn't he? And he just has a go. I love him.
Look at that kick from Arundel. Like, I can't wait to see on Monday his kicking efficiency. Like, if he's not around that 85, 90%, I'll cry. He's been terrific by a foot.
He's going to get it again here.
It's got cold here, boys, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit fresh.
You're what?
Oh, really?
Cold
So here comes Roberts, and probably his only errant kick he's had so far this afternoon, Arundel, and a 50-metre destination is where the ball is at. And the Blues, they still have another chance. So only 16 minutes gone. The margin's 21 points. I'd love a couple of quick majors here just to try and give a bit of a scare to the Bloods.
Scotty Carlin's got a good motor, boys, hasn't he? He doesn't change up the ball very often. He just runs all day.
Big kick here inside 50 for Warrnambool.
It is. Free kicks go on.
Because then they're within 15 points.
Reggie. So Reggie, left foot, goes further in the pocket looking for Cody. Oh, yeah, could have been. Yes, free kicks gone to Cody. Might have been a chop out of the arms there. And Lukey Cody, it's going to be a tough kick.
Really tough. So, Stewie, you're an elite goal kicker. Where are you starting this one?
I don't really know, mate.
So you're Brandy, that word.
He was a very good kick for goal.
Just not very far out. Didn't have much distance. You've got to be left-hand goalpost here.
At least.
And I reckon hard at it. That would be my advice. He just sits it up. It's going to just come back. Fist from Crawley. There's Arundel, been magnificent. Clearing kick, bouncing ball gathered by Arts. He pumps it back into attack, but sitting back in the holes, Willie Maloney takes a nice mark in the end. He just says, let's just steady the ship here, boys, and control ball for another couple of minutes and just put the sting out of this contest. Here's this man again. Is he getting the 3, Wigsy? Joey Arundel. Is he getting the pit stop menswear 3 votes and the Matthews Petroleum voucher?
I don't know why someone doesn't go and stay with him.
Do you want me to yell out, Wigsy?
Well, it's a bit like Dallas Mooney. They never used to do that to Dallas Mooney.
But sides are good at freeing some of these players up. Like Chobber Lewis said at North. But, surely he's walking around there with nobody. Like someone's got to go, I'm going to man him up. I think when they review this one, the Blues, I think
But even when they're chipping it around, just instead of go and stand on him, make him kick it to someone else other than Joe Rundle, because that is a win for you.
Well, and even, to be honest, if you go and stand next to him, he's going to take you to the pill.
Yes.
So, that's what I'd be thinking if I was I'd be going, oh, I'm going to get sucked into the football here at some stage. Here you go, the Blues. It's Arts, just dispossessed. Little chip kick goes forward, goes through the hands that time of Bowie Turlin. Free kick off the ball. It's going to go to Willie Maloney, I reckon. I think it went against that time. I think it might have been Morgan Morris give the free kick. So he goes Crawley now. He's got a little bit of space and time in front of him. Has a second bounce. Can have a third if he wanted to. Little chip kick inboard. Nice kick to Reeves. So Zeke Reeves, been good today, 2 for mine. He kicks out further afield to Jack Fowler.
He's been good.
Been brilliant. Been absolutely magnificent. He'd be the lead contracting young gun today. Kicks further afield. Buck was the target. Blues got numbers. Reggie Mast being one of them. Kicks inboard. Arts just doesn't quite sit up for him. Yeah. Too high or a throw, and he's been pinged. And the resultant free kick will go to McLeod for the Bloods.
It's been pretty impressive too, young McLeod.
He's had that good forward pressure, hasn't he?
Been very good.
He could kick this. He kicked one from 70 earlier on in the day.
That bounced, I don't. You reckon he's going to get the trip here, Stewie?
I reckon he'll go close. Chance, Wiggs. I'll have a little sausage on it with him over half a snag over there.
I'm full of...
So McLeod will come in, gets good purchase, and he's made the distance easy.
Sorry, I'll take it.
Where'd you go to the Barbie, mate?
Hey, the other thing, boys, about Arundel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's been off all day today, has he?
No. So the kick in from the Blues, Fowler just in the right position, takes an easy mark, uncontested.
How old's he?
I reckon he was under 17s last year in the under 17 side, so he must be maybe turning 18 this year. Good intercept mark there by Arts for the Blues. So it's 10-15-75 to 8-5-53. 22 points the margin. 20 minutes gone. Final 2 at the Reed Oval. They look to play on. Wells, he's wrapped up, holding the ball. Good tackle there by Max Heffernan. And Max, who's an emerging youngster as well. There he goes, short via foot. Good one. And he finds Louis. Taylor wheels around, goes on that right boot. Here comes Hobbs. He jumped a little bit early and a nice mark taken by Weymouth, and there's going to burst out of that defensive 50 through Steer. He'll put it into the pathway of Cody. Cody takes the mark and he'll just kick it further afield. Looking for Bidmaid. Oh, he just slipped in the end, but the numbers are favouring the Bloods, and Crawley takes the easiest of marks. A nice little chip kick there from Sammy Wareham. So he'll go short down the line, and Vickers takes a nice mark. So Xavier Vickers been a very good contributor this afternoon as well. So 21 minutes gone, and the Bloods, you'd think, will get the job done here. The two ruckmen up against one another, and the contest, the ball goes over the boundary line.
Do you reckon they should they be using a yellow ball?
Yep.
Yeah, probably at this time.
The same thing.
Yeah, you're probably right here, boys.
Like, these games, like, even if you change it at half time, like...
Yeah, 4:48, gee whiz. It is a bit of a darky shorter day, isn't it?
It's hard to pick up that pill, isn't it?
Yeah. A balmy sort of day down here.
Yeah, no, it's warm. Should have been other Ballarat races yesterday, boys. In the afternoon. Fair dinkum. Just had the big trench coat on and it was no help whatsoever.
Well, it's game over now.
She's game over now, Wiggs. That's right. 10-15-75 the Bloods, 8-5-53 the Blues. Joining us for the first time, Port Fairy have upset the Roosters at the Gardens Oval this afternoon. That's the upset of the round. Portland.
Is that upset of the year?
I'd say so. At the moment, yeah, I reckon. Just the way teams were playing. But that just shows how even this competition is. It's quite an even comp. We know that. Little 1-2 action. Bidmate over the top to Dwyer. He kicks further afield. Cody. Good fist away that time by Crawley. He's done a good
Well
job,
done.
Crawley, since quarter time. Running on and continuing that run there was, what have been, was it Dwyer or Hugo Arts?
Hugo Arts, I think.
Young Hugo
No,
Arts.
Zach Dwyer.
Zachy Dwyer. It's Zach. It's good play. Followed and butted up that football well. Kicks further afield, going back. There's that man, Joey Arundel. He's had it on a string and he's cramping, and no wonder. He's been magnificent all afternoon.
AFL score all thanks to Matco. Cat 6-3-39 leading the Bombers 2-4-16.
Oh, yeah, they're going to Jesus kicked a couple too. Wonder you want to get home, Hilly, and watch that.
Then we've got the Roos to watch later on, boys.
Can you cause an upset, Tilt?
Hopefully something on Netflix,
Tildy.
Not over there, Stuart.
No, you don't think so?
Oh, I think the Dockers haven't got a bad list, mate.
I don't mind the Dockers, the Purple Haze.
Yeah. You're not beating them, Tildy.
When they're up and about. Fino Sullivan was good last week.
Played well.
Just
Played
quietly.
real well.
Very good. So lights are on here at Reed Oval. Been a good crowd. Farmers round, been a huge success. Brilliant to see the green armbands.
And the boys from Terang and Mortlake are going to win for Farmers round, which is terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. And all clubs today have done different things throughout the day, which is brilliant. So the Sting's well and truly gone out of this contest. I've got one for you tonight, boys. If you're watching a bit of NRL, I reckon the Knights can upset the Roosters. If you're looking for a little bit of value, they tend to go all right on these Origin weeks.
Righto. Oh, yep.
And the Roosters left
State of
4 or 5
Origin next
play.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, Optus
Yeah.
Stadium, 8:10. That is game
Guess who's
2.
got it?
Oh.
I'd say signed, sealed, delivered. Wiggs.
Joey Arundel with a nice mark again. He's been good. Come on, Wiggs.
Jeez.
Stick your neck out, mate.
Yeah, he's got the 3 votes. Absolutely.
He's got it.
Yep.
He's been magnificent. When he does play well, and I think when sides shut him down, I think Terang will lose a lot of their drive. So, yeah, he's such a key player, isn't he? Has he ever played forward or anything? Weeks, like, do you know?
I reckon
Like,
he
is-
played on ball for some years where he sort of had to, but he's obviously had some battles with injuries as well.
I reckon it was when he first started. I reckon he played half forward because he used to take a few hangers.
I just wonder
He's got it again.
when they do put a bit of attention into it.
He's
He's
good.
he's had 40.
Yes,
I
every
reckon
bit of it.
he's had maybe 45.
Yeah.
Mate, when things weren't going well in the first quarter, he still had 10.
Yeah.
He's had 10 a quarter, hasn't he?
Oh, easily.
I reckon he's had 45. he might break
He's
Nicky
had no one
Barlow's.
within 50 metres of me, mate.
Oh, that's a good mark by Reg. Oh, he's corked up, has he?
He's cramping.
Crampy. Get the pickle juice out to him. Reggie's had a crack for the Blues today.
He's
too.
been terrific.
He's probably been
Good
the
kid.
best.
It's for number 3, I think. 2 for Reg. He's developed into he's always been a man-child, but he's developed into a good footballer, Reggie. Like, just, that corner hasn't got that.
Jesus.
It's held up a fair bit though, hasn't it, that
Pretty
corner?
strong breeze still.
It has held up.
Yeah. No, it's still a strong wind. You wrap them up, Stewie, and
God, that is unbelievable. What is just set up there like nothing. Still plenty of breeze around.
and chill factor.
I just looked at the app, mate. It feels like 0.2.
That's very generous.
Oh, they need heaters in that
They're going
grand
to kick
stand or
it back
something,
to
don't they?
guess who.
They could have 50 today.
Is that the siren?
gone.
Well, that mark, if he gets 49 and they don't count that last one on the siren, he's going to be stiff. But, a great victory, really, in the end of Terang Mortlake. 10-15, 75, Warrnambool 8-5-53. The Blues kicked 5 straight in the first quarter. They led by 30-odd points. And from then on, it was just a game dominated by Terang Mortlake, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah, unbelievable. And we all picked Warrnambool.
Yes.
But look, no, Sam Cowell, I think that had a big bearing on probably out. And like, what was it, 22 points in the end? But yeah, obviously upset him. I think Jackson Bell went off at halfway through the third quarter. I don't know if he reappeared, but all credit to Terang Mortlake. Until he spoke about it, they kept their nerve when they were kicking into the breeze, to kick it back into the middle of the ground, to kick it backwards, back their kicking skills in, and really they did it really, really well. First quarter, and Bernie Harris summed it up. They weren't, probably weren't great, but after that, they were terrific.
We might go downstairs to Scotty Tildy Carter, who's got our Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, Joey Arundel.
Joe, great game yourself, personally, mate. But as a team, I heard at three-quarter time how much the coaching staff emphasised just how important this game was to you guys today.
Yeah, we spoke about it a bit during the week. Obviously, a similar spot in the ladder, and it's an 8-point game, really. So when it's this tight, the league, you really got to win these 8-point games to get yourself a chance to get in the finals.
First quarter, mate, I thought you guys were probably a little bit guilty of turning the footy over. Credit to you that you guys, off half back and through the middle of the ground, just stuck to your task well and didn't go back in your shell, kept taking the game on, taking it on through the corridor. It's really backed your foot skills in.
Yeah, we especially the first 15 minutes, that first quarter, we spoke about at quarter time, we were probably blazing away and not looking when we were playing on, but we really talked about chipping the ball around, especially going into that wind, and yeah, it definitely helped.
And, mate, up forward, Bruce Buck, real live wire up there, mate. He's developing into a real quality player up inside that forward 50.
Yeah, when he's reading the ball like he was today, he's a real hard matchup like when he gets it at his highest point. And, just looked like he could mark everything today, so he was real good.
Well done, mate. Really important win. I think they put you 5-4. Really looking forward to the back end of the season now.
Yeah, it sets us up all right. We obviously started a bit slow, but we've sort of probably got a bit better each week as a team and the way we want to play. So, yeah, hopefully a few more to come.
Great performance, mate. Enjoy the win.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well done down there in a great interview, Scotty Carter. And I just seen Putty Irving, the assistant coach, old fat hands, sausage fingers. He was just high-fiving people in their little mitts. They look like tiny little hands when he was just throwing out that willy.
He's got big hands.
Big mitts. Just, if you get a chance, go over and have a look at them, because you'll be blown away. It's like he should be on Believe It or Not or something. It's one of those shows. It's amazing. Look, a really, really impressive win. The Blues, like Cowling was a massive loss. I just reckon it really threw their back six, and that's been their Achilles heel all year. Jackson Bell, I see, with a jumper down there. So, they can't afford to lose a couple of those key players, can they?
Both teams, I think, have got a pretty bright future. Like we spoke pre-game about Warrnambool and how many good young players they've got. But the same as for Mortlake. We probably spoke more about Warrnambool than the Bloods, but the Bloods, I think, Mason Barr's under 16, but they had a number of under 18 players playing. They've had their own challenges with injury, but I thought it was a really, really mature performance, led by their best players. Like we spoke about Joe Arundel, but Louis Taylor and Scott Carlin. Scott Carlin, love watching him play. He just left foot, right foot.
He just weaves through traffic.
Yeah, he does. He's probably a bit like a Jet Birmingham, except Jet probably handballed it more. Yep. Scotty seems to kick it a bit more, but and then Louis Taylor, who's he just love watching him play. He's quick and never wastes a disposal. And Reece Buck, I thought, played a really, really good game up forward. And then they had other guys like the young fellow who played on the wing, Fowler. That's the one. He was impressive. But
both Vickers boys.
Yeah, both Vickers boys. So really, really great. Yeah, really good team effort. And again, mature playing into the breeze and kept their nerve, and also mature going with it. Didn't blaze away, kicked it long when they needed to. But yeah, contrasting styles. But I just think Warrnambool that looked a bit predictable in the third quarter on kicking with the breeze, and Terang Mortlake adjusted, and Warrnambool just kept just kicking it long. To an outnumber, and I think did they kick a goal in the third quarter maybe? Yeah, Warrnambool, but not many. So.
Well, I tell you what, if I look at this, the beers bought in the beers and everything for us. This is service like I've never seen. This is unbelievable. But listen, this is the post-game. All thanks to Bojangles Pizza and Pasta and, of course, Conquest Pools in Warrnambool. We're going to take a break. On the flip side, we'll come back, go through all our award winners. Then we'll take another break, and then we're going to go around the grounds, and then we'll wrap up proceedings on what has been a huge day up here at Reed Oval for our match of the day, which saw the Bloods run out comfortable winners over the Blues.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Ness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.